First thing I want you to do, flop your blunt.
Wait, what's that song? That has to be the intro to one episode. The squeaky
What?
song.
I'm not doing the squeaky song.
Have you played it?
The squeaky song?
Can you please play like
I
3
got you.
seconds of the squeaky song?
I guarantee he's not going to copyright that.
I guarantee you he probably will.
We'll forward it to the part.
Okay.
That was less seconds.
Still suck. They're not going nowhere. Clippers are the biggest Lakers. Are the Lakers' biggest competition?
Clippers suck.
Clippers suck.
I'm not listening.
They're not
I'm not listening to that
championship
shit. How are they not?
worthy. Yeah.
He's got a point. You know what? Let's start with that.
Like Junior will never beat me up because I'm the big brother.
Let's start with
I
that.
beat Brooks'
Well,
ass on a daily.
Junior,
That's the thing.
Junior can
That's
get
the thing
these.
that
can
listeners
get,
really need to think about. And is you
the
know,
reason
I
why
beat
Junior
Brooks'
is behind
ass
the camera is
on a
because he's
daily.
ashamed to look in
The
his
reason
reflection.
I'm
He doesn't want to
behind
look
the-
at himself
I'm
because I
behind the camera?
constantly grew up spanking that.
is because I'm too fine. So if I were to be in front of the camera, people would just be watching me. They wouldn't even. They wouldn't get the podcast. They wouldn't listen to what we're
you
saying.
know what's crazy?
Junior
You know what's
usually-
crazy? Junior's saying that, but we act like freshman year, it really wasn't like that. It really was.
What?
I'm
Like
fine as shit.
Junior was pulling mad hose freshman year.
She said, "I'm fine as shit."
He was pulling mad hose freshman
See,
year.
if you think he was pretty nice, you should have saw him before I fucked his face up. You know what I'm saying?
I'm been pull hoes, and Brooke ain't gonna change none of that.
Hey, just saying. I used to whoop Junior's ass. That's all I'm saying. And
Never.
to the end of time. To the end of time.
To the end of time.
To the end of time.
Bro, he was
Well,
Oh my
he was
god.
on you like that.
Bro,
welcome back.
Junior's caught many
you
L's.
shut the fuck up for
Are you
5
about to
seconds.
intro the podcast?
Yes.
Mind you, I didn't even know we started.
We've been started.
We've been started.
Welcome back to the Black Not Mile podcast. I probably sound like shit, and that's okay.
You're always this monotone. It's fine.
I'm literally the meat of this big ass, dark ass sandwich.
Did you just say you're the meat?
Well, you're
I think
big
it's just
ass.
a meat sandwich. I think it's just
It's
meat
not
buns.
meat. You're for sure loaf over there.
I'm loaf.
Loaf.
We're the double down.
Yeah, loaf over there too.
You look like an Arby's fucking sandwich.
I do not look like loose pussy lips, sir.
Yeah, you do.
I don't look like no roast beef.
Look at your big lips, your nose.
Hey.
Oh shit! Don't do that
These
again.
lips is lit.
I don't like the way that sounds in my earphones.
Because they're luscious.
Oh god.
Voluminous. I don't even
Voluminous.
think that's a word, but it is
Maximus.
now.
Voluptuous.
Thick.
With 2 C's.
Oh my god. Hopefully y'all don't have earphones and listening to this podcast.
I hope they do, because that shit sound nice.
Oh my god. Stop. It's the greatest song to be created in,
I can't
2020.
I cannot believe this man is getting famous off this song.
Can you shout this man out?
645 AR.
There we go. Hey.
Can't hear you, whore.
That's how it is, bro.
I'm not gonna listen to that shit.
What are we talking about on this podcast?
We can talk about basketball. Since you like talking basketball so much.
I love
Or do
basketball.
you want to touch something woke?
Something spiritual.
Revolution is this Saturday. It's tomorrow. Yes. AEW's first pay-per-view of 2020.
Let's go.
The card is stacked. We're not going to talk about that because Zay knows nothing.
Go ahead.
But-
Go ahead. You have the next 5 minutes to talk about
Orange
AEW.
Cassidy makes his debut. That's all I have to say. For any of y'all out there
Orange-
who aren't wrestling fans, watch AEW because it'll
Watch
turn you into one.
AEW.
And if you are a wrestling fan and watch, you already probably are watching AEW because that's like the pinnacle of it right now.
Right now, yeah. sure.
WWE's bullshit.
WWE
Bullshitted.
sucks.
I
Goldberg
heard
sucks.
Yeah, I heard Goldberg's
So
the
yeah,
champion.
for y'all who were wrestling fans like growing up, you should watch just because nothing has changed.
Nothing has
Brock
changed at all.
Lesnar and Goldberg are
Still
the
dominating.
champions. They're
It-
both the champions
It's
right now.
literally been like this for Brock Lesnar's been champion in WrestleMania for like the last 5-6 years.
And now Goldberg is back to being
Back to back,
champion, and
yeah.
Goldberg is like 50 something.
Nah, they said this is what WrestleMania is going down. It's most likely going to be Goldberg versus Roman Reigns for the championship, The Fiend versus John Cena.
Wow. Yeah.
That's
Crazy.
the direction. Oh yeah, John Cena's coming tonight.
Really?
No,
To SmackDown.
no, no.
Wow.
Couldn't make Saudi. Thank God.
Wow. That should be a. That should be a
John, John.
we need to add that. Wow.
Wow.
Is that cricket?
The funny thing
That's
is,
how
the
I
dude
feel
who
right
did
now.
that.
But go ahead.
The funny thing, the dude
feel
who
when you
did
guys
that
talk
went to
about
U of
baseball.
A.
Really?
Yeah, it was hilarious. He was my friend's roommate
That's everyone. Wow.
because he was like, literally, everyone come up. Wow. Like, do that. Do the
Wow.
thing, man.
The Matthew
Wow.
That's like Matthew McConaughey, right? Or Owen Wilson. Owen Wilson. I get them confused sometimes.
Wow.
Owen
Wow.
Wilson has a nose like a fucking
Hey.
dart.
Hey, a dart.
Bruh, he got a nose on
Wow.
him.
Yeah, McConaughey just have a nose on him like that.
No,
McConaughey's
but I
good
ju- I
looking.
just-
No homo.
McConaughey
That's a
is
good
very
looking man.
A lot of people think Owen Wilson's good looking too.
Because he's quirky.
It's because his face
Hey,
is like.
Owen Wilson's hilarious.
He's
because
quirky.
his face is like Vogue. It's like.
Who would you rather have? Would you rather have McConaughey or Bradley Cooper? I'm taking Cooper in The Hangover.
I'm taking Matthew.
Really?
That's
That's interesting.
Yeah,
Matthew's a good looking guy.
I'm taking Matthew.
I'm gonna go with Bradley. Bradley looks like he's a good time.
Who? Bradley who?
No,
Bradley
Matthew
Cooper.
McConaughey.
Bradley Cooper is the most talented one out of all three.
Bradley Cooper.
Bradley Cooper is amazing.
Yeah.
Limit Keith Lee.
I loved him in The Hangover.
Baskin is glory. Oh, Baskin is glory.
Oh, Baskin is glory.
Yeah. Sorry. Anytime y'all see me here, it's because they say we talking about wrestling, so I'm here. Let's
I mean,
go.
we really weren't, but then I love
Weren't,
that.
but you talk about wrestling if
Bad.
you want.
No,
Anything
it's
else?
good.
We
already
needed
talked
a
about
wrestling segment.
Yeah. Anything else?
No.
Eddie Guerrero?
Hey,
Wow.
it doesn't really sting because it's always been like
Yeah.
15
Yeah.
years.
Yeah. If you said Chris Benoit, I'd been like,
Wow.
Who was the last one who died?
a lot of niggas die every day.
What is it, Ashley? Massaro? Is that the last big one?
I don't know who that is.
If they gave you a chance to be in the WWE,
Yes.
would you take it?
Hell yeah.
Right now, in its current state.
Yeah,
Couldn't say-
that's six
I mean,
figures
they're kinda-
still.
yeah,
It's as
I'm
big
still
as it's
getting
ever
paid.
been. Entertainment, like
I don't give a damn.
as a fan, yeah, it's like awful as far as like storyline wise and stuff like that. But
I'm getting paid. Don't give a damn.
that's six figures.
Unpaid.
Unpaid?
Unpaid.
Uh,
To
well,
be in the WWE right now.
As in any way.
No, to be a wrestler.
No.
Oh no.
No. I'll just
That's
go to
like
AEW
would you play in the NFL right now
for nothing.
for nothing? That's basically what it's. It's like no, I would not want to destroy
not-
my body for free.
I'm not playing that for the
I'm
Well,
not
you
destroying
get
my body
plowed for free, so it's the same shit.
I'll play in the NBA for free. I'll play in the NBA for free. That's
How mature?
yeah. Exactly. I was like, that's just.
There's no risk to that.
I'll play in the NBA.
I'm out
for
there
free.
just dog.
Junior, why you look caked up?
That's what I'm saying, bro. Where you getting all dabbled up for?
Yeah, where you
Little dapper.
going? Oh my god.
Jesus. hey, just like 38% of America lay off the corona, you might get the virus.
You might get the virus.
Did you
People
see that?
really
Niggas are retarded.
I'm Mexican beers. Like I'm not. Like a Modelo.
Hey, I'm still gonna drink that shit. It was Corona. That is fine.
I like corona.
All right, Junior. Hey, Junior. Junior, you gotta practice. You ready? Uno, dos, tres, cuatro. Yeah, there we go.
Oh man,
He's
he's
ready.
breaking it down.
He's
I wish
ready.
Wish you had like a little home camera. Just
The big ass camera.
I love those. Are you guys done with wrestling? Anything else?
Oh shit, sorry.
yeah. Everything else besides Super Showdown, Slug Balls.
Watch AEW is all I'm gonna say to y'all. out
Yeah,
there,
AEW,
so.
NXT is honestly the only things to watch.
Huge AEW man.
Really? I understand.
Invite him to the podcast.
Yeah, definitely. He's invited to the Carne Asada, baby.
That's beautiful.
That's where Junior's going later.
Yes, I am.
Tell
actually.
him that your best friends love it.
Yeah, be like, yes, we are actually gonna watch that.
Hey, I have a crucial episode recorded. I need you to come over and watch it.
Bro,
Whenever
there's
you
some
can.
matches that like
No, like last week's episode was the crazy.
I've
just like
saved all of them so far.
Two grown men in their underwear hug each other, right?
Hug each
you
other.
do that for free.
That's the thing. They're not even hugging each other. It's a lot of moves.
All right, to the NBA. The media started a beef between Giannis and James Harden.
I love that.
Well, yeah.
Harden started the beef between Giannis and
Well, he started
Well,
today,
no,
but the
No,
media
James-
created
technically,
it.
yeah.
Giannis said it first. He said that's why he didn't pick James because
Yeah,
he
he's
was
like,
like,
I
I
want
want
that
someone.
was-
I want someone who's gonna pass and can play defense.
On a scale of 1 to 2, that's like a 2. Like that's like duh. Like that's not a shot at James Harden. That's
But he averages more assists than Kemba Walker.
that's not even.
Cool.
He has played way more games than Kemba Walker too.
Well,
But anyway,
Are you a big James Harden fan?
I am. I'm a big James Harden fan.
I respect him, but I'm not really a fan.
I like
respect-
James Harden.
I respect
think
his
James
game.
Harden-
I'm just,
I liked him since OKC.
I'm a huge fan, bro. I think he's super skilled.
He's a very skilled player.
He's skilled as
Sometimes I
shit,
just
bro.
don't like how he hunts for the calls.
I
Just play
I feel
play
like-
basketball.
but that is him playing basketball. That's part of basketball. It's
I
like
know.
But I mean, if that's the case, then LeBron should be averaging 50 free throws a game. Let's be honest.
no, he's
LeBron gets more contact than
LeBron
any
gets
player in the
hacked.
league.
not, he
Well, not
used
anymore.
to.
I would say
Still
Giannis
does.
He's more
now.
finesse now. He's transitioned his game.
Okay,
I
but
feel like
still,
now
like,
a lot of his
but
post
look,
ups.
but look,
a lot
like,
of his post ups are like fadeaways.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
which he's
Like,
still not good
he's
at.
shooting more
'Cause he's
threes.
old.
No, I'm not saying that's a problem. That's what I'm saying.
no, but okay, so like
Your game
Giannis,
changing
Giannis
rate.
should be going to the free throw line way more than he is. Giannis should have more
Yeah.
free throw attempts than James Harden.
But he doesn't. He gets a decent amount of free throws, but he
He's
doesn't
the
look
new-
for it. So he's not. James Harden looks for the contact.
He looks for the call, not the contact. He looks for the call. Giannis just goes to the back
Contact,
to
that's why
score.
he gets the call. He doesn't get calls without contact,
Bro, when he gets contact, he complains that he doesn't get a call.
Oh.
and then he gets the call. No, he gets the call a lot of times. That's why he's at the free throw line all the damn
But
time.
and the times he doesn't, what is he
James
doing?
Harden is a that's intelligence, bro. For you, like there's. You remember? Do you see that clip where Doris Burke like broke down like how like when he was playing off ball, and as soon as they passed him the ball, he like hooked into people. Like he does like little
Yeah,
shit.
he's a smart.
little shit
he's
like
a
that.
smart player.
Yeah.
He's a smart player. I mean, because he gets most of his points at the free throw line.
Bro, free throw lines, that's part of basketball.
It
Like
is a part
yeah.
of basketball.
when people were complaining about the All-Star game as far as on that asset, I was like, as a hooper, I see what you mean, but at the same
Well-
time, that's you can't. So you got to get rid of free throws.
No, but
Like,
I
what are you
think
gonna-
because
What?
they're trying to make that game look like a pickup game. Do we ever shoot free throws at 24-hour fitness?
No, but that's what I'm saying. Then you have to take
Yeah.
free throws
Hard,
out of the
it's
game
just hard.
entirely.
Here's the
Yeah.
thing: is that
Or what, you gonna
free
just take free throws out in the fourth quarter? Just be like, check up top.
But free
That'd
throws
be cool.
aren't
That'd
meant
be
to
different.
No, that's not basketball.
Free throws aren't meant to be a facet of the game. Free throws are meant to be a band-aid for the fact that you get hacked or fouled. That's what they are there for.
False.
They're not there to be a whole nother facet of your game that you
False.
should be working on.
That
and
is a
making-
facet of the game.
No, it
Yes,
shouldn't
coaches
be. It's-
create plays late game to get fouls.
Yes, they
People
do.
that all the time.
But that's abusing the system. That's
Not abusing.
that's
It's
not-
part of the system.
They
Free
didn't
throws have
put
been-
free throws in the game to be like, all right, we want to make
Yes,
sure.
they
that
did. That's why they've been
30% of-
around since the inception of basketball. It
They
wasn't
didn't-
added later
No.
because niggas were being too
But
aggressive.
it's not like it was added in because they were like, oh, people are gonna love this part.
No, it was added in
It
originally
was
as part of
added
the
in
rules.
because what happens when someone
James
just yanks your arm?
Naismith.
And you're like, yeah, I guess you do end up losing those points. All right, so I say you get another shot at those points by be giving a free throw.
Y'all are
That's how that
disrespecting
goes.
James Naismith.
And you disrespect James Worthy. I was just thinking of another James.
You're awful.
He was the first
bad.
one that came to
Dude,
my
you
head.
can do better.
He was the first one that came to my head.
Do better.
Who's the better James? Who's the best James of all time?
James Madrid.
Who the fuck is
is
that?
I have no idea. Made that up.
I don't know. I like the
James
beef.
Posey.
I like the beef, even though it's not real. It's like everyone saying Dame Lillard and Russell Westbrook have beef.
They don't. Yeah,
They don't. They
disrespect
just
each
they're
other.
just
On the
competitors.
court, yeah, they're just competitive. But yeah,
do you
the
think
reason
this-
why I said the media is because when did he said that before before All-Star break? Obviously, like
He said that
month-
like a week before.
3 weeks.
A week
No, they
before.
didn't do the draft a week before on TNT.
yes,
That was
they did.
1 week before the All-Star weekend.
Yes. What do you think they drafted beginning of the season? Weirdo. No, they
No, I
just
thought
did
it
a
was,
week
I thought,
before.
I thought it was like 3 weeks. Oh,
They
okay.
they announced the reserves and then like a couple days later
Yeah,
they
the reserves are like 2 weeks before.
yeah, and then a week later they announced they picked their teams.
Oh wow, that's really close.
Well,
Anyways.
what do you mean really? When would they draft?
So
then?
when was that? Mid-January? Beginning of January?
Oh, it's like the first week of February.
Yeah, it was the first week of February.
What the All-Star weekend was, or
No,
All-Star
All-Star
weekend
Weekend's
was the
Valentine's Day, the
Valentine's Day.
14th. So they drafted the week before, like around the 7th ish.
Okay. So they took a soundbite from 3 weeks ago. Then they
From
they
James
kept-
Harden.
No, from
Giannis.
Giannis, because they took that and they've been playing that shit ever since. Like I keep seeing that shit, and I'm like, why am I still seeing this? It's a good. It's really not a topic. Like that's.
It's not.
Well,
They
the thing
spun
is,
it into
was,
one, and they kept asking James about it over and over. So finally, James replied with what he said. So to me, it's just like, bro, like y'all literally were just begging for this beef.
well, that and after the game, they asked, this fly ass nigga. They asked Giannis like, oh, what?
Look at this pretty guy's face, bro.
I let everybody know.
Oh,
That's the face I beat up for years.
this right here is my swag.
Just had to let everybody know I'm
the
a fresh ass
girls
daddy. It's all
are on
good.
me. Damn. Everybody Pay attention. This right here.
Don't you love when
Is
God gives
mine
instant karma?
Pretty boy swag.
No, because after the All-Star game,
Girls.
they asked Giannis like, "Oh, what was your game plan for like the fourth quarter?"
Brian will not stop singing this song.
I don't care. And then Giannis straight up was like, "Oh, just go after James. He can't play defense."
Stop.
Pretty
Stop.
boy swag.
Stop.
Pretty boy swag. Hey. Pretty boy swag. Hey.
I'm gonna grab my Game Boy if you keep singing.
Well, you should have never told me to stop. I was about to stop. You look like a fucking rotten banana in that shirt.
You look like Bone Crusher.
Rotten banana.
Oh, you could have done better.
I never scared.
Oh my god, that's funny. So there was a question on Twitter. Who is the most overrated player in the NBA?
Overrated.
Brooks Zakaris. Do you want to hear some of the replies? I read through some of the replies.
Devin Booker.
That was actually one of them.
Oh wow.
Paul George was on that a lot.
I don't know why it came to my brain,
Draymond
but I didn't say
Green.
because I don't believe it, but it came to my brain for sure.
Draymond Green, Rudy Gobert, Karl Anthony Towns.
Gobert's underrated.
There was one more, but PG was on there a lot, and I think it's just because this year he hasn't done much, but he's also been hurt.
No. That's why I don't believe that PG's the.
This is who is the most overrated player in the league.
Who?
Kyle bum ass Lowry.
You
No
can't
one
say
thinks
that anymore.
Kyle Lowry is good, and he is. If anything, he's underrated. How is
He
he
should not be,
overrated?
he should not be an all-star at all.
Bro, he takes charges. That's a real team player.
Oh my god.
In the All-Star game, taking charges, that's real.
You don't understand, like, my reactions to watching the All-Star game. I was dying.
He really took. He almost took 3.
Nigga
Yeah.
won the game.
He lost the game though. He lost in the game, and that's what he gets because he sucked.
Oh man, that nigga single handedly was taking hella charges.
I would have ran him over.
Niggas did charged. It's
Yeah.
like, yes,
That's what he wants. He wants you to run him over.
Giving a V trigger right to the jaw.
bro, that'd have been hilarious.
I say the most overrated player to me is. Oh, actually, that was another thing. A lot of people were saying Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid.
I say Ben Simmons low key too.
I'm not gonna lie to you. It's probably best.
It's Ben Simmons low key. But someone was saying, like, but what would you do if like he just starts busting out threes in the playoffs and he was just cashing?
I said that in the beginning because when niggas was like, yo, like, because clearly he's making them in like warm ups, he's making them like he's fully capable of making a three. So I was like, really wondering, I'm like, yo, I think that's low key what he wants to do. I think in the playoffs he's just gonna throw everyone's game plan off.
Yeah, because they're probably
And
just
you're not
gonna leave
gonna
him
have,
open.
and you're gonna have no response. Like you're not gonna be able to have enough time to game plan for it by Ben Simmons
That can
who
pull.
shoot three.
Is
Like
Ben Simmons consistently hitting a three ball?
that's
even
that's
if
obviously
he's hitting
conspiracy,
it
but-
at 30%, that's way more than you would expect.
It's obviously conspiracy, but
It is a
yeah, man.
conspiracy.
As for but like I said, right now since we haven't seen that, I'll probably go best because all he can do is drive.
And all his
honestly,
shots are
if-
at the basket.
He's a great passer.
If that were true, this would be the greatest con of all time.
I think what makes
To keep it going this
Oh
long.
no, definitely.
Yeah.
no, definitely.
would be like-
If that's what I'm saying. If this actually happens, this is like
Leonardo
crazy.
DiCaprio levels of fucking acting.
Yeah, I'm making a documentary on it.
Yeah.
It's just for sure a 30
ESPN.
30
Yeah.
30 for 30
on
is
this.
shooting.
Oh my
What's the name?
God.
30 for 30. Ben Simmons what?
No Ben Simmons.
Shooting woes.
Like
30 for 30.
psychedelic shooting. I'm gonna go with
ESPN
mine.
greats,
I'm gonna
30
say
for 30.
Cat.
The
You're
3-point
saying Cat's
assassin.
overrated?
3-point gun.
Yeah.
Carl Anthony Towns?
Yeah.
Ooh, the headed 3.
Not really.
No, because he's not an
he's
all-star this year,
underrated.
so if anything, I
Well,
was like,
just
cool.
No.
He's averaging
I mean,
like, 27 and like 12 or 27 11.
yeah, but he don't play defense.
He don't, but nobody really does.
I mean, yeah, who really does play defense?
He just makes those little girly faces.
No, I
Girly
don't know. I
faces,
feel like
bro.
everyone really high on Cat, and he hasn't done
Who's that
anything
nigga?
wild to prove it.
Who's a stat? I'm thinking of like a stat stuffer.
James Harden, Russell Westbrook. Those are the two biggest known
stat-
stats.
I know, but
stat stuffers.
they're beasts. They deserve the
Stat stuffer Supremes.
they deserve the
Yeah,
recognition
like,
that they
other than
receive.
that, no one else is really a stat stuffer.
They're MVP. They're MVPs. Like,
Dame,
Yeah.
Dame Lillard.
nah.
He not. Shit, and
Yeah, I
he
think
used to
that's
be
pretty much
underrated.
it, man. I think I don't know, man. I feel like overrated, man. I don't know. I guess if I have to pick one, Ben Simmons, it's mine.
I don't know why people keep saying Draymond.
Nigga, we knew what Draymond
Because
was
you
gonna
take
be.
that's what
I
I'm saying.
think
No
it's
one.
because it's what he's making though, like what he got paid in his contract. I think
Oh
that's
well,
what people are
one
taking.
person look like what you're worth to someone is.
Nothing. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like he means that's what the Warrior he's worth this to the Warriors.
He's the glue
Like,
to the Warriors.
that's how they view him. Like we can view him differently. That's no problem. But at the end of the day, he got paid for what he's worth to that team. So
Yeah, I was like, obviously.
And
not a
I
problem.
think to that team he's worth a lot. You know who actually is overrated? Andrew Wiggins.
no,
Speaking of that team.
no one thinks he's no.
For a little,
Yeah.
yeah.
Niggas called him like it.
Bro, we lost hope on him a while ago.
Ain't nobody. Yeah, bro. That was.
We stopped caring about him like after what 2016.
Yeah, bro. He's not a bust by any means, but
Nah.
just where he is now compared to like the potential that
What
these
he
niggas thought
should've
he was gonna
been.
be is crazy.
Isn't that considered a bust?
No, a bust is like you don't make it. in
Like
the
he's
NBA.
not like how he was.
He's still a starting level player.
Yeah.
He can start on a team,
He
but
is
like
starting on a team.
that's what I'm saying. Like he's
was on two
he's
bad
good enough.
teams.
Yeah, I was like
That's what I'm saying. Like
Brandon
He was
a
on
lot
two
of people
bad
don't
teams.
realize like how like improbable it is for even just anyone coming through the draft to just end up being a starter. Like
But the
it's
thing-
not
Yeah. But the thing is,
maybe
he's
only
gonna have
like
Steph, Clay, Draymond fully, and then he's gonna have who? James Wiseman maybe.
They're not getting Wiseman. They're supposed to get Anthony Edwards, which low key might push Wiggins out, unless they
They
just.
said Wiggins is a better fit to them.
bro.
I
They
don't-
did, they gave
I
up.
don't know.
They gave up what they did for Andrew Wiggins. There's no way they're gonna just move him to the bench ever.
Well, that's what all the draft boards say. They have Anthony Edwards going one. With the draft,
The NBA is lottery. It's not.
yeah,
so
I was
they
like
probably
with,
won't get Anthony
with
Edwards.
Anthony Edwards being quote unquote one of the best players and the Warriors having the worst record, they just put them as the first
I think
pick.
the Warriors will get a big man.
That's what I said. James Wiseman, bro.
Onyeka Okongwu.
I hope so. That'd be lit.
It just depends where they fall in the
God,
draft.
please, Warriors,
Do
please
do y'all
get
know him?
Onyeka,
If they get
please.
Onyeka, that'd be hard.
Y'all know him?
Yeah. Man, we seen that little.
Y'all
kick.
know two ballers in the NBA. That's crazy, man.
That is kind of nuts.
Yeah.
And then
I was like,
when Melo goes,
oh my god, bro. We saw
Think
Melo
about
at
that.
24.
That's huge.
When?
What day did we see him? Saturday?
oh no, she was hilarious though.
No,
I
it was
I just know y'all bums. That's
it
all
was
I know.
Sunday.
Y'all
No.
should have been making it, but y'all didn't.
I was like,
Y'all
when did we work
bums.
out with
I want
Dre?
to blame my family wholeheartedly.
How you gonna blame your family?
You guys had all the
Because
aspects and
I think if I
talents, and y'all
started playing, I
fucking-
think I would be playing at a college somewhere
y'all came short for me.
Junior, shut up.
I'm mad. I'm pissed. Y'all know two NBA ballers, and I know y'all. Y'all should have been NBA ballers. What the hell?
This shit.
Zay, you telling me right
y'all.
now that you couldn't go and at least be a G leaguer?
Honestly,
A
Alright.
small
This
forward
is
in
why.
the G
This
League?
is why I blame my parents. I started
You-
playing
look at me,
basketball
bruh.
in high school, like 8th grade, going into freshman year. That's when I started playing with like Willie and like just playing basketball. Before then, I didn't play basketball like that.
yeah, see,
Niggas still make it to the league like that?
No, not if they're not
Not now, but
when they're
back
6'9". That's like
Yeah.
the minimum height
Yeah.
for you to start playing basketball that late. Everyone else plays since they were like two.
Still so African.
That's why I did it like that.
see, I played in third grade,
Like-
and then I didn't play until what is it, freshman year in high school.
Yeah, all these
I played in middle school.
all these big men started playing. They're like, yeah, I started playing when I was like 16. It's like, wow, that's crazy. But yeah, I started 8th grade, bro. That's when I learned how to freaking
I really
dribble.
thought-
like I didn't know how to do nothing
I
before.
really
then.
thought Jay was gonna go to the league too.
Who?
Jay.
He was on his way.
Yo, niggas thought Mark Eden was gonna go to the league,
I
but then we
100% thought
we
that.
definitely underestimated how small he was.
Yeah,
Like we
I
thought
was
he'd
like-
probably grow a little bit more.
Yeah, but when you look at guys
I
like Nate
really- I hope he
Robinson and
did.
stuff, you just kind of had
Those are
had-
athletic
That's different.
monsters.
yeah,
Yeah,
he was.
you had
he
hope.
was a fucking athlete.
They'll definitely
had
skill.
hope.
Like if Mark
Jay-
jumped
He
off the
still
gym,
has
I'ma
skills
keep-
though.
No,
No, Mark
skill
was
wise,
nasty.
he deserves to be.
Yeah.
To be
in
at
a
an
pro.
NBA
Nasty,
level.
bro.
He's a like that nigga was
He's
first.
just
He
not-
was
Just-
all American, bro. He was National Player of the Year.
He's just not. He just wasn't athletic.
No, he was athletic.
No,
he
like-
wasn't. Yeah, not
he
that
wasn't.
type of
He
athletic.
wasn't
yeah,
that type of athletic.
yeah, he needed to be. And now
What?
there's only one Nate Robinson. Like, there's not like a bunch of Nate Robinsons going around. Like,
Yeah, there's
think
Spud
about
Webb.
how. Think about how
Spud
fast
Webb.
is what's his name still in the league? Remember, dude from UW.
oh,
you know exactly what I'm talking about.
That
He was-
little K Felder.
yes, K
Yeah.
Felder,
No.
bro. He was a monster. I think he led the NCAA in scoring when
Yeah.
he was in. And then where is he now? Like I feel
I
like
haven't
I think he's in the G League.
I haven't heard that name.
But that's what I'm saying. But no, but skill wise, T should. I remember when like because he got drafted by the Cavs
Yeah.
when they were like still nice.
Well, I was like, hey,
So
Felder.
when like LeBron was there, but like also obviously like he didn't have the opportunity to be on like to really like
He
get
played
minutes.
like a little.
But yeah, they had Kyrie, so it's like
Uko, too.
you're not gonna have the opportunity like that. But like if
I
you went to
thought
another
Uko would make
team,
it.
with you know what I'm saying, had the opportunity, who knows where he could have gone because he was nice, bro.
Yuko did make it.
Who made it?
To the
George Uko?
Ravens practice squad.
We talking about Uko?
He has a ring.
Championship Uko, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Super Bowl champ Uko.
On the Ravens practice squad.
Broncos practice squad.
Oh, he went with the Broncos?
Yeah, he was on the Saints too. He
Nah,
was
bro,
on-
he's
he
playing
was
in
on
China,
their-
bro.
He was
This
on
is
their
crazy.
52-man roster.
K Felder's playing in China right now.
Okay.
He's probably getting buckets too.
Hey,
Damn.
we have a Super Bowl
He signed with the
champion
Zing
at Chino
Zang Flying
that actually
Tigers.
played Cedric Ellis.
He went to Chino.
He showed it.
Word?
Yep.
He signed
Damn.
with the Raptors.
But I'm talking about like
That ring
that
was
we
fat.
knew, like at least within like a couple years of your, Cedric Ellis is old.
Old. He didn't
Old
do
as
too
shit.
much though. I was like, hey, you want a Super Bowl?
started.
though?
We have one of the best WNBA players.
No, we have the
Ever.
best.
No,
Not one
the-
of. We
the
have
White
the
Mamba.
best.
I'm sorry, we have the best WNBA player ever.
And she
tell-
doesn't- and she
tell me
doesn't
why
claim
I don't
you
even-
guys.
I was like,
ain't
the
even
thing
tripping.
is,
she claims
it
LA.
doesn't count because she does not
She
claim
claims
us.
Hey,
LA.
I wouldn't.
What do you
she
mean?
don't-
She had a whole documentary about us.
Man,
She did
don't-
not mention
She
Domingo
don't mention
once.
y'all.
She said Chino.
Chino, yeah.
She ain't.
She didn't mention her high school.
Who would?
Okay,
You think
who
you know-
cares?
Nigga,
City.
she probably did not get no type of appreciation when she was when she
Yeah.
went to school out here.
Anybody
She don't
come
get
to see her
appreciation
games?
now as the greatest women's basketball. Think if
That's how tough it is to
She
be a
threw
woman.
a shot at LeBron. She's GOAT.
It was not
Sorry.
a shot. At
It was
LeBron.
fun. It was a
yeah,
it was a friendly
joke.
shot. Yeah, but I'm saying that's tight.
I know, but no,
That's
people
cool.
are like real life mad about that shit.
Mad about what?
About
She didn't
the
like
comment.
claim Lugo.
Really?
Yeah, no.
I really don't care.
No, people were like,
Brian always has
You
these.
knock
I
everything
didn't
down.
knock it over. It fell over.
Why does it keep going? Oh well.
Yay. It's over. You just gotta let it go. Oh, boop. Yeah. No, because the thing got stuck, so sometimes it just leans over. And I wasn't holding it. That's why I've been holding it like this.
Hold it like this.
Stop.
What? I didn't do it.
Gotta grab it by the fucking neck.
I was actually talking about this at the gym. I don't give a fuck about Trossi anymore. She's the greatest WNBA basketball player of all time. There's nothing else to talk about. Who is the Lakers' biggest competition? Just overall East, West, North, South.
Oh, you know what? I'm gonna say Milwaukee.
Really?
Yeah, I'm tired of disrespecting them, bro. They're a very, very good team, bro. Do they have 60 wins right now?
They're on pace for 70.
That's ridiculous.
They don't have 60 wins yet. What the fuck? The season's not that
Oh,
far.
The season is not even that. I was like, they have 50.
Oh,
They have 52. What?
52. I thought it was. Well, last I saw it was like 48.
I think they have like 50. I think that's what I meant.
Huh?
Probably 50. I'm gonna check.
You think the Bucks?
Milwaukee has 50 wins exactly.
Yeah, 50 wins. Yeah.
They're 50-8.
Yeah, so they're on pace. They're on pace for 70.
Bro, that's what I'm saying. Like I can't. I'm tired. I'm tired of disrespect. Like they're 50-8, bro.
That's cute. Regular season's cute.
I mean,
That's dominant.
but that's the same thing that happened with the Warriors.
So what?
And what happened when they went to the finals?
They loud.
Draymond got suspended.
And they
Wait,
won,
no,
and
I don't want to hear
they
excuses.
lost,
What happened?
They lost.
They lost.
It
But
happened.
is that not in contention for one of the greatest teams of all time?
It was, but they lost. They even said themselves the fact that we didn't win, we don't want to be considered one of the greatest teams because we didn't.
I don't care
we
what
didn't
they want
finish
to be
the-
considered.
I'm
I'm
sorry,
sorry, I'm
but
going to
if
consider
you-
them one of the greatest teams ever. Don't care.
They're
'Cause
the-
you can't say
they're-
excuses like
they're one of the
niggas
best
who say-
regular season teams.
Niggas who say excuses, get them the fuck out. I'm like, nigga, there's excuses and then there's reasons. Like, if KD were to tear his ACL in that series, oh no, KD wasn't there. I'm sorry. If Steph Curry, let's say, were to get injured and then he didn't play in that series and they would have lost, and if you were like, no excuses, bro, I'd be like, no, nigga, that's a fucking reason. Like, of course they're not gonna win without Steph Curry. Like, I didn't give. I like when.
So
I didn't when Cleveland lost all the niggas and they lost to, I wasn't like, oh no excuses, bro, y'all niggas lost. Like, no, like circumstances matter. LeBron didn't. LeBron was on his own. K-Love and Kyrie were hurt.
what about the Raptors championship win?
There's an asterisk on that too, bro. I'm not. I'll be honest. Like that's
I love that.
That
Way to stay true.
we got.
That's the first time he's ever said
we
that.
got lucky.
Way to stay true.
Thank you.
First time he's ever
You know what
said
I'm
that.
saying?
Because you know.
Injuries
you
happen.
know.
It's part
Because
of
you
the
know.
game.
Damn well.
When KD was playing them 11 minutes, they were dogging y'all.
Mind you, injuries are part of the game.
They are part of the game.
Yeah.
But yes, if KD and Clay were healthy on that
KD
team,
was healthy. It was just,
I was wishing for one game. I want one win. Don't get swept.
KD was for sure.
I think Kawhi would have got
on
us one game. I think we probably would have got gentlemen swept if the Warriors were full strength. We would have got gentlemen swept.
So you guys would have lost in 5?
Yeah.
I understand.
But we didn't. And honestly, a Warriors team with just Steph, Clay, and Draymond, because that's what it was until what, game 6,
Yeah,
game
Clay
5.
Clay went down.
Yeah, so like
Y'all
that's
were really
still,
battling.
That's still the same, basically the same team that went. How many wins they won?
72 and
That's
9.
what I'm saying. So like, even to
73
be
and 9.
competitive in that series, I was very like, oh yeah, y'all deserve it if y'all make this through.
Definitely.
Like so, still respect as fuck. But yeah, it definitely meant something. I'm not going to sit here and be like, no, put KD on that team. They could call Lowry in 6. Like, no, I'm not going to be that person. Even though in my mind, I'm yelling that.
That's fine.
For the outcome.
So I was listening. I forgot what the fuck I was listening to, but they were talking about like dominant players by like eras, and they were like, basically they said like if you were a dominant player, you were the only player known from that era.
No, because I don't know a single era where only one player is known unless
The
you're
90s.
educated. When one player is known,
Who dominated the 90s?
Jordan. But that's not.
I get what you're saying, though. He's not
Jordan
looking-
is second to Bill Russell as far as like no one has ever
But
done.
okay,
it.
like,
okay. Who
that's-
else?
that's the
Wait,
point. That's
who
the
else
point.
played in Bill Russell's era? Like when you think of that era, who's the first one you think of? Bill Russell.
It's because the rest of these niggas are you call them janitors.
I don't call them janitors. I call Jerry West, George Mikan, and
I was like Bob Pettit.
I think
George
yeah,
Mikan
Bob
was
Pettit.
definitely
I
like
get
20
that
years before
sentiment.
that.
I
Before
get
Russell?
the idea.
George Mikan was like the first goddamn NBA.
He was, but that was the
like,
50s though.
superstar.
That
I
was
get
the
the
50s,
idea
yeah,
around what you
whatever.
said,
When
though,
was George
because
Mikan play?
that does make sense from a casual standpoint.
Yeah, like
So the
Because the-
casual will only know that single player.
because like the '80s, who do you have? Like who does everyone remember in the '80s? Oh, Larry and Magic. They went back and forth throughout the '80s.
Oh, George Mikan played from like in the 40s and then the 50s.
Yeah, but Russell what '60s?
Yep.
Yeah.
Because Russell played with Wilt. But like Jordan literally ruined the name to like a lot of players
we
to
don't-
casual fans. Like if you go to someone who doesn't follow basketball that much and you're like, oh, who played in the '90s? Like, oh, was that Jordan's era? No one's gonna think about Carl, John, Clyde, Dominique.
If you're saying if you're not a
Charles.
basketball fan,
If you're not like
because that's not
deeply
fair.
into basketball,
Okay, I say yes, but I don't think it's because I think basketball wasn't as it wasn't the brand that it is now. Like now,
fucking obviously not.
No, but that's why niggas don't
Sports
only
weren't
know
the brand
Jordan.
they are
'Cause
now.
Jordan was the only player because of his dominance, but mostly because of where the NBA was, where it's just like he was the only one that you'd see in like commercials and
Well,
like,
yeah,
outside.
because
So
obviously,
if you ask a
well,
casual,
marketing wise, yes, the
So-
NBA
so
is
of
30
course-
times better now than it was in the 90s.
and that's why
Whatever.
like that's why nigga you'll know who the fuck an average NBA player is now. Like you'll know who DeAndre Jordan is from State Farm commercials,
You watch
but
your
you won't know.
mouth.
But you don't know the equivalent level of player in the '90s,
When was the last time DeAndre Jones was in a State Farm commercial?
like the 5 years that he was a teammate with Chris Paul.
So like 9 years ago.
Yeah, but the average player would know. That doesn't matter.
The
But,
average
like,
person is not gonna know who DeAndre Jordan is.
I do.
in that period, yes.
You suck his dick.
Shut up.
No, but that's what I'm saying. No, there's a reason. Like that's what.
But think
people
about
know.
like
no,
literally,
but that's
Jordan.
my point.
Jordan took away.
DeAndre Jordan is not. He was a what? One-time All-Star.
Yeah,
Did he get it
If
once?
that.
He was a 2-time All-Star.
I'm
He was
trust
first. He
him.
was
We'll go
first
with
team.
that.
He was first team All NBA.
Oh, that was a bullshit. By
Yeah,
the way,
that was-
we're not
that
gonna
was
get into
fucking
that.
dumb. That was dumb
you
as
know
shit.
damn well.
That
That's
was
when
dumb as
Boogie was
shit.
averaging like 25 and
He
16.
was
like,
first
what?
team All NBA.
That was, but no, like what I'm
Oh
saying is,
my.
look. So like in the '90s, it's literally like it was ran by Jordan.
because he was.
But you have the good
the
players like
face of the
Carl,
NBA.
but not even
Name
the
one
face of the-
commercial Karl Malone was in.
he
He
was a
did
mailman.
Gatorade,
No,
and he was a
All
mailman.
I'm saying is y'all
A
selling this man.
mailman.
He was the mailman.
That's his nickname. He was a UP. Yes, goddamn.
He was
sponsored.
USPS,
He
United
was-
States
he was
Postal Service, sir.
sponsored by, yeah.
But what I'm
No,
saying
he
is
was
like,
not.
DeAndre Jordan was a 3-time All NBA.
Huh?
3-time All NBA.
Who?
Yeah, but 1-time first team. Yeah.
Yeah, one
He was like
time.
third team. That's what I'm saying. He deserves like
1-time All Star. 2-time All Defense.
He's a 1-time All Star.
Yeah.
Oh, I was right. Wow. So
But
yeah,
like,
bro,
there's
I'm
a
saying-
lot of players in the 90s that are,
all
I'm not
his
going to say are
career.
forgotten, but like forgotten in a way.
Overlooked.
Yeah, like
They're
because
overlooked.
Jordan dominated. But
it wasn't just because I'm saying most of it isn't because Jordan dominated. I'm saying it's because I think it's 50.
No,
because Jordan dominated,
we
got
overlooked them. We forget about the Clydes. We forget
I
about
think
Dominique's. And because they
he
weren't.
was the face of the league.
Yes, that is true. But on top of that, he didn't let anyone get shit.
No, but that doesn't make sense because the average NBA fan doesn't care who's winning. Like they don't know nothing about basketball. They don't know. Jordan won 6 like in a row. Like
did not win
niggas
6
don't know
in a
that if
row.
they're casual.
He won 3, missed 2.
No, but that's my point.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. The average NBA fan doesn't know shit. So I'm saying like they don't only know Jordan because he was the most
Like
dominant.
so, okay. So
it's
I
because
think
he was
I think,
the only one they saw,
Well,
like
yeah.
outside, like when they're watching television. Oh, Michael Jordan. Like my mom, like if you ask, for example, my mom doesn't know basketball, right? She knows who Michael Jordan is. She knows who Kareem is. She knows who Magic is. That's it.
The prominent
Like
figures.
really, she knows like Isaiah Thomas for some reason. So like she only
Bad
knows
boys.
like
For
certain,
some reason.
you know what I'm saying? No, like she only knows the ones that she saw outside of basketball.
Yeah.
So like, and that isn't because because of their dominance. It's because of like their prominence in culture. So like now, I feel like if for like
Well, now
the
it's
people
different
who
because
are- the
everyone
people who
can
don't watch
get-
basketball now, they're
you
gonna
can
know
see people everywhere.
exactly.
And that's just social media. Like you have to take that aside
you
because
can't. That's the biggest reason why I feel like
Well,
Jordan.
I'm saying Jordan took away players.
What sponsorships?
No, not sponsorships. No, I'm not talking about that. Like the way we forget about the Clydes because well, fuck, Jordan did everything. Clyde didn't win nothing.
Yeah, I don't know.
Clyde-
You're saying
Clyde
we,
won a
but we as in
championship.
like you're not talking about like as in basketball. I heard you
Clyde
talking
won
about
a
the other
championship.
people. Yeah, he did. Wow.
With
Was
Houston.
it? Yeah.
Right when he left.
And that was the 2 years Jordan left.
Shout out to Clyde.
That was when Clyde and Hakeem and fucking Kenny and all them got their little
I don't care what niggas
glory
who don't
days.
watch basketball think, nigga.
I don't know. I think because Jordan dominated the night, like we have never had another player dominate the game like that.
No,
To the point to where you like looking back, you low key forget about other players playing in that
I
era.
don't, because I like basketball. If you don't,
like basketball.
and if you don't like basketball,
if you're not like that,
Because
you
LeBron's
don't like
never
NBA
dominated like that. Like
basketball.
Jordan was damn near unbeatable.
no, he was unbeatable.
Like you couldn't take him down.
No one has ever beat-
He was beatable in the 80s.
Yeah, I was like the 80s.
In the 80s,
bro,
he was
getting
beatable.
roughed up.
It was the
Oh,
90s.
when he
The
was a
90s was his
puppy.
era. The 90s was his era, and you couldn't beat him in the 90s.
He was a puppy.
But then when people try to compare Jordan to LeBron, Jordan was unbeatable in his prime. LeBron has been beat.
Shaq's, you know how they say Shaq is the most dominant player to ever like play.
He's
You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah.
Jordan, I always say no. Jordan was because the way people categorize because
Well, they categorized his dominance
listen,
because it was
physically.
Yeah, like
No,
he
but
was
that's- but
extremely
that's
hard
my
to
thing.
guard.
To me, that's why Jordan is the most dominant player to ever touch a basketball because it goes beyond that. It would for Jordan, it went beyond just athletic superiority. Like it was, he was superior to you in skill too.
Yeah, he was picking
like,
his spots.
That's crazy. Like you know
If
what
he
I'm saying?
wanted to shoot there, he was getting there.
And that's the thing. Like Jordan played every game, telling niggas what he was gonna do, and it did not matter. Like he could do. Like that's a new type of dominance. Like Shaq, I feel like is of course if you want to put him 1, that's fine. But you're gonna put Jordan 2. But like you could argue that Jordan is number 1 and Shaq is 2 too. Like that's just because like no one beat Jordan like that. Like
No.
Jordan. The only time Jordan got beat was when he was a baby in the goddamn league.
Yeah, in the 80s, the late 80s. But
His,
Cradle.
his first like 5 years.
like Jordan's not beatable. LeBron has
Once
been
Jordan-
proven that he's beatable.
Because if you and once Jordan and Jordan's period of dominance was longer than Shaq's, so that's like
Shaq was what?
for like
5 years.
Maybe
It was the
if
three.
that's
It
what
was
you
the
wanna
3 in
give it to him.
LA, and then the one in Miami.
And no, the one in
That's 4
Miami
years
wasn't even
ago.
dominance.
Yeah,
Like
it was just D-Wade.
I wouldn't even consider him because he's not the reason why they won that championship. D Wade
Yeah.
became goddamn Jordan
D-Wade, yeah.
in that series. That was ridiculous, bruh. No, he was unstoppable. Like
We love that.
you watched. By the way, you watched the new D Wade documentary.
Yeah, I liked it.
I saw like a.
I recorded it and I watched it with my
liked it.
dad. My dad was just like, "Wow, like that's." We had no idea that he grew
Yeah,
up like
I
that.
liked
But
it.
Yeah, man.
So I didn't
Jordan's
know
period
his-
of dominance was longer. Like he
Yeah.
went, you know what I'm saying? He won 6 goddamn rings, bro. Like
And he was, and that's what I'm saying. Like, there's
Never-
no other player in the league
never
that's
lost
been
in the NBA
unbeatable to
final,
where
bro.
you. I shouldn't be using the word forget, but like you just, I can't think of another word. Like you forget who else he was playing against because it was like it didn't matter. Jordan was gonna win anyways. Like what was the last player who did that?
No one, because niggas lose. That's why I'm saying. Like Jordan
Yeah.
didn't lose. That's of
There's-
course, yeah.
So
Because
you,
like
you
it's different with LeBron, because LeBron lost, so I know who beat him because
Yeah.
he lost.
Loser. He's like it now. I'm sorry.
I don't know.
That was a lot of slander for that man.
It was
back
just
then.
natural growing up Kobe. fan. That's what
Natural,
we did.
yeah, just natural, just quick slander.
Hey, y'all ever heard the theory that's going around that a lot of people believe Magic Johnson never had AIDS,
He never had AIDS. He had HIV.
His
HIV. He never had HIV.
I heard it, but I just kind of
got HIV, bro.
He got
All
the
I'm saying
HIV.
is there's a theory going around that he never got HIV, specifically because during that time he was dominating the league. He was the top player in the league. And why the fuck would a top player in the league randomly just get HIV?
Because he was fucking his hoes, bro.
Besides the point that it was a huge thing, everybody knew about it. Everybody knew HIV was a thing.
Bro was beating
Everyone was seeing it, and it was
He said,
unacceptable.
how does a
here's the thing, here's the thing.
multi-millionaire, like damn near playboy,
was-
like beloved by everyone, how does he get an?
Because he was
How
beloved
does
by everyone who was
sexually
fucking hoes.
transmitted disease?
How does a 40-some-year-old
He
NBA
was fucking these hoes.
legend
He
die
wasn't 40, was he?
right before
When he
I?
got it? No, he was like
No,
30
he was
something.
like
He was
30.
like
something.
30.
No, I'm saying Kobe Bryant. That's besides the point, because that's another theory. that
Wait, we're
he-
talking
he-
about Kobe now?
Yeah, no, yeah, that Kobe isn't dead or whatever. But that's another theory. Hold on. So the
I'm
Magic
sorry, that
Johnson
nigga
thing.
dead.
Hold on, the Magic Johnson thing.
That's
Basically, he's in the West Coast where HIV is bad. Shit is popping off in the Bay Area. Motherfuckers getting HIV everywhere, And who better a spokesperson than the most dominant,
Can't do both. Can't do both.
person in sports nation, like he was a personality. If Magic could get HIV,
Anyway,
then
yeah,
anybody could get HIV, So that's the theory, surrounding that. To me, it holds some weight.
Like to tap it again to stop it.
Is it true?
Sometimes.
Probably not. But does it hold some weight? For me, yeah.
Yeah, that's because when you fuck them grimy bitches, you get the HIV, bro.
America's the only place where
In
if
the
anything
jungle.
happens to you, like if you die, niggas just like, nah, bro, he ain't dead. I'm like, why?
Tupac
No
is
one does this
alive.
anywhere.
Tupac has been alive for
Juice,
years.
Juice WRLD's alive.
Juice
Nah,
WRLD
Juice
dead.
WRLD is
Juice
alive.
Juice WRLD dead as a
Triple X is
motherfucker.
dead.
No, but Nick, you hear
Who else is
every
dead?
time
Dead.
someone dies, they're not dead. I'm like, bruh,
Dead.
Y'all
y'all
remember-
bored.
Y'all remember when that one rapper died? Triple X
Every rapper.
Tentacion or
Triple
whatever?
X
Every
Tentacion.
single rapper.
And they had a picture of him dead.
I watched him
Yeah.
die.
Y'all
Yeah,
remember?
we literally watched this
where
nigga
he-
die.
Yeah, where he
on
literally
Facebook
the
Live, we
whole
watched this
nigga-
nigga died.
fucking.
Bro, really good. Pop, pop, pop. I was like,
I watched this man slumped over in a car, blood leaking.
Oh no! I wasn't talking about him. Who? The one rapper who overdosed.
oh, Juice WRLD?
Juice World?
No, before him.
Mac Miller?
No,
Lil Peep.
honestly, not Mac Miller.
Lil Peep?
Lil Peep, because they had a picture of him dead. Because it was the homies. All of his homies thought, oh, look at him zanned out, and he was dead. Y'all remember that,
Yeah.
I actually don't.
Lil Peep died around the corner from me.
bro? They had that.
Fun
They
fact.
had that picture everywhere.
Fun fact.
They
Bro,
had
that's
the
crazy.
picture
Oh, in
everywhere.
Arizona, huh?
Yeah, in
He was like
Tucson.
slumped back, head all drew back, and I was like,
Niggas thought he was
y'all
just
ain't
passed out.
checking on him. Like,
Yeah, bro got that fentanyl.
if my friend was out here on these drugs and he was
Passed
like
the
that,
fuck out like that,
I'm
bro.
I'm at least checking to see if
Checking
he's
your
breathing.
pulse.
That
Yeah,
was
something.
Lugo parties in 2013, 2014.
That's crazy.
You know what's crazy?
man.
When Mac Miller died from the fentanyl and his cocaine, I was like, it's crazy because what niggas don't realize is he's paying good money for what's supposed to be good coke, and he's still getting a bad cut. Y'all should
Y'all getting
really
the
slow
worst.
down on what the fuck you're getting.
Yes.
Or just don't do it.
Just
Well,
don't
I
do it,
mean, once an addict, they're just gonna keep doing it. But it's like,
yeah. That tells you
if-
though that like there's not enough vetting with drug addict or with
There
drug
is no
dealers.
vetting.
yeah, but
The FDA
well,
don't
yeah,
regulate
the FDA don't
coke.
regulate cocaine
I mean, they
anymore.
did.
But Well, in Coca-Cola.
They regulate.
I mean, they
This is
did.
Coke. This is Coke in sign language. Like Coca-Cola,
American
Really?
this is Coke.
You
Like,
learned a lot, didn't you?
and then this is soda.
Oh, wow.
American. What's it called? At one point, America was like the #1 producer of Coke. So let's just.
Bro, that's like
keep it real, we
the
did
crack
regulate
days in
for
the
a while.
'80s when the
That
FBI
real
dropped the crack.
Colombian-
Know
bro,
what I'm saying?
that real Colombian Bam
They
Bam.
didn't regulate it though.
I mean, technically, it's regulated when you're the supplier.
We can go to Miami. Have it real fun.
The Cuban.
I love
All-
boats.
All I'm saying is that if you are a rapper right now and you are doing drugs, don't be stupid.
So all of you.
Hit
A lot
my
of them
line.
don't
A lot
do
really
drugs
don't do
anymore.
them like
Hit
that.
my line. I can no, it's like that.
No, a lot of them really not like doing drugs like that. I mean, it just sells.
Honestly, I mean, how many?
I
how
wouldn't
many
either.
of them fucking who ain't doing drugs? Tell me a rapper who ain't doing drugs.
All of them are doing some type of drug.
Yeah.
I think all of them smoke weed at the least. I think at the
sip
very,
lean.
very
All-
least.
Honestly, lean is everywhere.
All of them sip lean.
Future said he don't
Everywhere.
sip.
He do.
He's sipping that.
I don't think he popping perks. but
Did
he
you
for
did you
sure
hear
sipping
what
lean.
what 50 Cent said about rappers? Wait, was it 50?
Got a cash out.
So what was the comment?
He said being a rapper is a.
I think it was
Don't
Jim
quote
Jones.
me.
It
No,
was
no,
Jim
no,
Jones.
no. I think it was. He said being a rapper is.
Afghanistan to do.
Yeah,
it's
something
more-
about Afghan. It's more
da-
dangerous than,
being a
than
rapper is more
serving in
dangerous
Afghanistan.
than being a rapper is more dangerous than being in the army serving a war in Iraq is what Jim Jones said. So him and this military dude got into an Instagram.
See, the thing
argument
is, Jim
about
Jones
it.
kind of has a point though. With his
Definitely-
point being that out here you don't know who's coming after you, and at least in Afghanistan you
You
know
kinda
who
know,
is shooting at. Like
that
you
doesn't
know,
help. You still die.
yes, you will still die, but
And I don't care if I know who it is
Honestly,
or what. If either way,
That
I'm
don't
going
make no
to-
sense.
that
It's so
doesn't- it
dangerous to
doesn't
be in
matter.
Afghanistan.
Yeah, no.
It is dangerous
Some
as
dude
fuck,
definitely
yeah.
was like count up all the rappers who died in the past year. Yeah,
versus
so
the soldiers. Yeah.
he was like multiply that by 5. That's that many people I lost in a month. I was like,
Yeah.
oh
Turn up the
yeah,
USB.
your argument's done. I was like,
But
damn.
I see Jim Jones's point of out here you
I
don't
know
know
why.
who's trying to kill you.
Oh, no,
as
it's
opposed to
definitely
out there
dangerous
you
being
do
a fucking
know
rapper.
Phone or
you do
something.
know
Should
who
say-
is
you don't
coming
need to
for
go-
you.
you don't need to-
phone icon.
Yeah, you don't need to put a fucking like
Extreme.
exaggerated extreme metaphor to get your point across, bro. You could just
Yeah,
be like,
looking
bro,
for
it's
it.
dangerous being a rapper.
The phone.
No, maybe not phone. Maybe it's the other one. Is there like a
There's a
US
USB.
Yeah, USB. I thought there was. I wasn't too sure.
Gratatata. She sucked
Why
a
are you playing the
nigga
box?
soul. Told her
It
to
said
wipe
something
her
about drugs right there,
niggas.
and I was trying to find the line, but I wasn't able to. I wasn't able to hear it.
She sucked a nigga's soul.
That wasn't it. No, but somewhere
Tell
in
her
there.
to wipe her
I'm
nigga
trying to
nose.
get my point across to the fact that all these rappers, every single one of them's doing drugs.
Drugs sell. Drugs and
Yeah.
sex sell, bro.
I mean,
Sex for sure sells. When they talk about fucking
Always.
hoes and shit, that sells.
Peace sells, but who's buying?
Looks
Sex
up.
will always sell.
Speaking of music, let's get into this. I know Brooke was mad about it earlier. So, another thing from Twitter. Who had the best breakout single? Chief Keef, I Don't Like. Soulja Boy, Crank That. Bobby Shmurda, Hot Nigga. Kodak, No Flock. And Lil Uzi, Money Longer. 6ix9ine, Gunmo. Triple X, Look At Me. The Baby Suge. Lil Baby, Freestyle / My Dog. Playboy Cardi,
Can you send it to
Magnolia.
me so I can look at it?
It's right here.
I think Bobby.
I just
Shmurda.
read it.
I need to read it.
I'm gonna say Bobby.
That's how I
Shmurda.
know you're not a...
Hey, wasn't Bobby Shmurda a snitch?
No.
No.
That's
No.
why-
Was
That's
it?
why he went to
That's why
jail.
he-
He went to jail because he didn't snitch.
Real
No,
niggas.
6ix9ine is the snitch.
6ix9ine is the snitch.
6ix9ine. There we go. That motherfucker.
They
Thing
sell-
is, all these songs are hard.
all of them are hard as hell.
But what's the so are we going best by commercially successful
Or is
or are
best-
we doing
Um,
it best to us?
Let's go.
Probably best
Let's
to
do
us.
both. Let's do both.
Okay. Well, Crank That was the
Easily.
I
the
think
most
commercially-
Crank That was the
Successful.
biggest nigga. They're
Yeah.
still playing that at proms.
Yeah.
They're playing that forever.
Yeah. So I think commercially,
Crank That
definitely
wins.
Crank That.
Just off top. Crank That wins. Let's see.
Personal? I don't know, that's kind of. I
What
really
do we
liked
think-
Money
what do
Longer.
we think is the best song
Money
out of all of
Longer
this?
was hard.
I really liked Money Longer. Money Longer was hard. I don't think it's the best, but I really liked
don't
it.
Definitely not
like-
the best on this list.
I don't like was stupid.
What can I listen to every day?
See, the thing is, I can probably listen to Money Longer for a while. No Flocking. I think I can only play it twice, and I'm over it.
Hard.
Magnolia definitely got played out. So like,
telling
I-
you,
Yeah.
like I love like, we all love
I
it, but
love
it
Magnolia.
got
Magnolia
played the fuck
definitely
out.
not
But I
played
can't.
out.
I
That
can't.
shit's still tough.
See,
What
but
can you
I
not
love
play
the
out?
Baby Suge though.
I'm gonna go Gummo. That never got played out for me.
Look, he got this step here.
Can someone play this, please?
No.
Oh my god.
I don't know. I love the Baby, and I think it's just 'cause I'm a the Baby stan right now.
Suge is a huge ass song, bro.
Huge.
I'm really happy that song
Huge.
popped off because when Mike showed me that shit, that's when like it just dropped, and like I was like obviously like hearing all the whole album, I was like, oh, that was like Suge. I was like Suge tough. I was like Suge needs to blow up, and that shit did. I was like, that's hard. I'm so happy for the Baby.
Yeah,
Here I come. I'm
Suge,
coming.
Suge was for sure my favorite.
Ooh. Get ready, I'm coming. That shit's so funny.
Oh, my fucking leg.
Get ready, I'm coming.
Oh, but you'll play Suge.
That's not the song.
I was gonna start rapping.
Oh.
Do the Gummo beat.
The Gummo beat is hard.
Nigga, this makes me want.
Niggas in VR.
Nigga got the flippy. Instrumental is the word.
Thanks, guy. Bass boosted. I just want a regular one.
Bass.
No,
oh,
no,
gotta play the
bass.
Can you put some hot sauce on that real quick?
Oh.
I'll see y'all later.
Pop that nigga like a willy nigga. You a silly nigga in the hood with the Philly niggas in the hood.
Who had the best beat then?
I don't like.
Yeah, low key. Dun.
Oh shit.
Damn.
But I don't like on. Put that beat. This beat is crazy.
That beat
Yeah,
is-
it
Yeah,
don't matter.
Savage, fast, he call me daddy. Jesus Christ, bro. This shit's nuts. It's just footsteps. What is this? Oh. Blah. Nigga, that's that shit I
That's
don't
tough.
like. I can listen to I Don't Like every day too. God damn.
Oh no, this had a good ass beat too.
I Don't
though.
Like makes you want to punch a baby mama.
Hold on.
Don't like.
This was a good ass fucking ads.
Don't
What the fuck is going on?
like. Don't like.
This was a good ass beat. Who the fuck is that?
Bro, that song was hard.
Lil Baby freestyle.
That my dog.
I'm in the BBG. I'm in the BBG.
That was cool. That was a good song.
Nah, I really like it.
Yeah, I don't know. I think for me personally, I think I might go Money Longer. That one really hits. For me, that really
Nah,
hits.
personally, I gotta go look at me.
I just put me a
I gotta go look at me.
Look at me. What's your personal choice, sir?
Gummo.
Gunmo. Oh, newsflash for all baseball fans out there. Do not go to a Dodger game until after April 15th. Why, you ask? Because that is approximately when the outfield will be finished.
Why was the drug dealer jealous of the prostitute? Because she could wash her crack and then sell it again. Snowfall. Dad joke. Why was the drug...
Wow.
Yeah.
That was funny.
You suck.
Did you guys watch the Pete Davidson stand up?
I have not yet. I feel like I'm slacking. I know.
I don't want to go to work today.
Don't go.
Just call off.
No.
Called off yesterday.
No. Hey, you're getting a lot of responses from your thing.
Am I really?
Holly called you a fat ass.
Holly called me a fat ass? I know. I'll
Do
bring
it.
up her dead family.
Dude, that's mean.
Ooh, my packaging.
Who else is coming?
Hey, your boy got a new speaker, or not speaker, receiver in his car.
Hey.
Okay.
Let me know if y'all need installation, all that shit, or not y'all, not like people listening. I ain't gonna hook up none of y'all, but
Hey.
y'all boys,
Okay.
if y'all need
Appreciate you,
it,
baby.
free.
Hey, go on.
Anything else? Anything in the woke news, sir? There was actually something I did
Did you
want to
just
talk
say
about.
woke news?
Yeah, you're my woke person. I just yell it at you.
All right.
There was something I just don't know if I
I'm the
wrote
only
it
one with a
down.
moral compass.
I'm the only one with a moral compass.
Look at you. And I'm the most mature one here.
You must mature one here.
Sorry, I like all the syrups at only IHOP because they have a wide variety of stuff.
Shut the fuck up.
Bernie Sanders takes lead in California's Democratic presidential race.
Wait, what is that? Oh.
You just gonna,
Bro, do you think Bernie Sanders-
you just gotta show your your coke and the?
You think Bernie Sanders can really do a full term?
Do I think he could what?
Complete a full term?
Bro, stop it.
That nigga
Yes.
old, bro, and the White House just ages you faster.
Oh my God. Okay, everyone says that. Look at John McCain. John McCain lost and he lived like what, an extra like 10 plus years?
Yeah, because he didn't have the stress of the stupid ass country we're in.
He was still a senator?
Bro, you just got to worry about your damn. No.
He was gonna worry about your state.
Yeah.
Nah, but that
Oh no, the coronavirus shit. First of all, there's an I don't want to say outbreak, but isn't there like one person who has it in San Fran?
yeah, there's 2 people that got confirmed. Thank you.
And
See Obama when he first got in office versus when he left.
Yeah, definitely. Obviously, he's gonna age on.
he's gonna, but so, does Bernie Sanders have any more room to age? That's a cute cup, actually. That and what was the other thing? Oh, I forgot. I don't know if it was Brilliant Idiots I was listening to, but they were saying, like, of course, another conspiracy because niggas have nothing to do all day. That Obama's administration was paying whatever doctor found coronavirus. He was basically funding that research for it. And then, if I remember correctly, they said that China was going to actually, like, cause the outbreak for population control. Like, that was the purpose of coronavirus, was for population control in China only.
Well, this goes back to my conspiracy thing where niggas are getting carried.
Have
away.
nothing to do.
Like niggas are really
population control
niggas
kinda
are
makes
really,
sense.
Niggas are dead ass fucking dying, and niggas just like, this was created by the government. I'm like, yo, shut the fuck up, bro. Like, this is not funny.
government.
This
But
is
so
not funny.
it comes from eating snakes and bats?
No, that's also not true.
So where does it come from? That's the thing.
Nigga, it's a fucking virus.
Thanks,
It just
Dr.
it can just
Jackass.
develop,
Just
nigga.
spawned up. Just popped up in thin air. Just egad. Virus.
I don't know.
Yeah,
Scary,
man.
though.
It was probably just mutated. The mutated virus.
Yeah, 2 people in Mexico got.
Yeah, Mexico.
someone dies,
People
it
in
spreads.
Mexico has it. It's like that game Infected.
No.
You don't remember that game?
Died, no.
Oh,
I'm like,
that's
no.
what it is, kind of. I mean,
And
it's just
crazy
real.
'cause, like, you don't even have to touch the person. Like, you can just, like.
Well,
you
you
can just
know,
be in the areas.
they took down Infected, right?
The game?
You're not allowed to play it in China right now.
That's
they took it off
hilarious.
the game store.
No way.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
I didn't know that.
Well, because they can't go outside of their houses.
No.
That's crazy. They can't leave. How do you, like.
Bro, so I saw a video. I think it was on Twitter. I saw it. There was people. They were in China, Chinese people. So they'd go to the doctors, and then they'd get told that they have it. Touch everything, just cough on everything.
What?
Just yeah.
Do you know coronavirus isn't one virus?
It's probably like multiple
Yeah,
strands.
it's multiple. Yeah. It's multiple different viruses.
That's all stuff,
It's the
though.
same people who like want to cure for cancer, and it's like you can't cure cancer. That's not a thing.
I
Y'all
thought
know
you
it's
can.
a cellular thing,
Yeah.
Yeah.
so you can't cure
You
yourself.
can't cure it, but, like, you can, like,
You can help
stop
mitigate
it.
You could slow it down. It's gonna take its course, but you can slow it down,
What is
right?
the number one slogan for cancer?
You can stop it to a degree.
You can stop it from
Spreading.
I know you can stop it from spreading, but it can.
No, but
It's
you
still kind of
No, people are trying. When people say I'm looking for a cure, like they're trying to find a way to
Get rid of
destroy-
it.
Yeah, just
And
get rid of cancer.
so. Like
cells.
when people say they're
But you
cancer,
can like stem cell research. I feel like will eventually.
Literally, like some of the slogans for some of those charities and whatnot are "Fight for the cure" or "Find the cure."
Which cure, ma'am?
yeah,
Breast
what cure?
cancer or colon cancer?
but so
or
when people
pancreatic
say
cancer?
they're cancer free, does that mean the cancer cell is no longer in them, or
Yeah,
does that
yeah,
mean
yeah,
it's
the
no
can-
longer
yeah.
spreading?
No, it's gone.
It's gone.
So you
They treated
can't.
it.
So is that
You can
technically?
kill it via like chemotherapy.
Yeah.
you're,
So then
you
when-
kill
when-
the cells.
For
when
the
people
most part, somebody could still, if their
It can just
cancer
pop
was
back
in
up.
remission and whatnot, then you could still say I'm cancer free. Like that's just that's open to interpretation. But for the most part, like the actual meaning of cancer free should be that you don't have any cancer cells in your body anymore.
But your body
But it
can
can
then
come
create them
back.
again. Yeah, because your
Yeah.
body create the cells. Are
So it's never.
it
gone
is. It's
then.
gone.
It's gone.
It
but-
came back.
Yeah.
Oh,
If
that
you
never
had
made
it
sense
once,
to
you
me.
could have it again.
Like
Just the whole concept of like.
It's like how when you get crabs, you can get crabs really easily again.
the crabs aren't asleep. Like
Yeah,
they're gone.
they're gone.
Got them again.
but damn, you
One
shouldn't
slip
have went back to
through.
that strip.
I
Brian, you can
Guess.
speak to this.
Whoa! Here we go.
Get
Here
crabs?
we go. So
I'm
if,
joking, no.
if you have had sex
Is-
with Brian,
Is that the Beauty and the Beast cup?
It is.
All right, let me gauge a question off you guys right now. Let me bounce this one off you guys.
I bet you it'll bounce off.
I hope it's
Brooke
not.
first.
Right now, in front of this camera right here with microphones in front of you, do you believe that any woman that is your ex and or that you have talked to in the past however long, as far back as you want to go,
Okay.
do you believe they have any cause for concern to get themselves an STD check right now?
No.
Right now? No.
Right now.
No.
Do you
He's asking
do
if you're
you
dirty.
hope that they would? No, I'm not asking if
Wait,
you're dirty.
what?
I'm asking if you had the ability to tell these women without like them knowing it was you and whatnot,
To get checked?
get a check, would you do it?
I think everyone should get checked regardless. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like that's something you should do.
Understand the question. Are you saying if I gave a girl an STD, would I tell them that it was me?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Like that.
Sorry, I
too.
had to simplify that for myself.
That works too.
Yes, I would tell them it was me.
Yeah.
Like, yo, get
I mean,
yourself
yeah,
checked.
I'd be
I
like,
fucked up.
yeah, I had some shit.
Yeah, I try not to play with nobody else. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
it.
I would tell him, like, hey,
I've never. Thank
I
God,
came
I've
up.
never gotten
Okay, and then vice versa.
because
if
I've
a
avoided
woman
that. I
had
would not
given
want to have
you
that conversation.
gonorrhea
If a woman gave me gonorrhea,
and you knew who
is
it
gonorrhea
was,
curable or is that
Yeah, it's
chlamydia?
curable.
It's
Yeah.
very
Yeah.
curable.
but you knew who it was, are you saying something?
So if I had it and I knew who I got it from,
Let's make it more fun. Your last girlfriend,
Oh.
for all three of y'all, would you tell her? Would you text her, call her,
Yours
meet
has
her up?
twins.
Would you guys say something
Right.
if you found out you had gonorrhea right now?
I'd probably send like a message like, hey, I got some shit. It's probably from you. You might want to go to the doctor.
It's probably from you.
That'd be your
That's so
reaction?
disrespectful.
No, because you know for certain that
Because like if I know I'm
That-
clean
that's-
and I've
that's
always
this-
been clean and I
Yeah.
magically get some shit and you're the last thing I slept with, yes, it's
Yeah.
probably from your bitch ass.
No,
Go
not
get your
even
ass
probably,
checked.
It is from you.
Yeah, go get your shit checked.
I would definitely get it from my
So
ex.
if I were to,
Oh damn! Oh
definitely
no! Be glad she does not watch this.
I told y'all need the button. The foot. Y'all need it. That's hilarious.
so how would you say it though? Like, would you be like, hey, like, look, or would you just be like, look, I got some shit. It's from you. Go take your ass to the
Yeah.
doctor. Because that's probably what I'd say.
Yeah, I'm definitely calling. I'm definitely gonna need to tell you that shit. Like, yo, like you definitely.
You would
gave me some
call?
shit.
Would you send a text?
I don't like texting to begin with.
Oh, okay. But would sending a text be disrespectful?
No,
No.
If you,
Okay.
because especially because you
'Cause
probably
then,
if it's your ex, you probably not on speaker terms like that
yeah,
anyway.
it's,
so, yeah.
it's an easier.
You definitely
manner.
text.
Just be like,
Okay.
okay, so what if it was a girl?
I'll text. I would text, but if I would call, I would call. But if I can't call, I would text. Like,
What if
wouldn't be
it was a
problem.
girl like you were just casually hooking up with? Would you then call or would you
The
would you
last
then
time
deem would you then
first
deem a
option w-
text
My first option, regardless, would be to call.
to call?
All right, so
But
instead of last
if I
girlfriend,
texted, it wouldn't be
your
disrespectful.
last one
Like,
nighter.
Okay.
Your
Wait,
last
what?
one nighter.
Just a different
so
form of
instead of
communication.
your last girlfriend, your last one nighter. Would you give her the call or
I most
text?
likely
My
don't
last
have
one
her
nighter, I'd
number.
probably send a text.
Because I probably don't have her number. Not gonna lie.
If I had her number, I'd probably just send a text like,
Which makes
Damn,
sense.
bro.
you know,
Have a
people
one
don't
nighter.
end up
She
getting
give
everybody's
you.
numbers
She
after
burn
they
you,
have
bro.
sex. It
Damn,
happens.
bro.
That happens.
Yeah,
I know it does happen. I'm just,
That happened to
I
me.
would
have fun.
That happened to me.
You'll know soon enough. I mean, you gonna
yeah, I would send the text and be like, yo, like you gave me something. You might
How
want to go to the
dare
doctor.
you?
I pray, man. I
It's-
pray God
hey.
continues to keep me safe, bro.
Yeah.
That shit sucks.
I do.
Just know that shit sucks.
Hey, man, it happens. It happens, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, thank
I
you,
don't know.
Jesus, man. Thank you, God.
Yeah. Like you said, like if it was an ex, I would just send a text and be like, yo,
But I think
yo
about it
dirty
is,
ass gave me this
ask.
shit.
Anytime I have sex with a girl, bro, I act like a new girl. Like,
What do you say?
I have that conversation.
What do you ask?
Yeah.
Are you
what, have you been
clean?
tested?
Do you, yeah, are you like?
That
have
might
you
be
been
the
tested?
weakest shit
That's
in the
weird,
goddamn world.
bro.
What,
I
is she gonna
can't.
say? No.
Yeah, what
Like,
yeah.
she gonna say yeah every time,
gonna
whether
say
she has
yeah.
or
The funny
not.
thing is, that chick, the Asian chick that I messed with, she would like ask me like after we got done. She's like, when's the last time you checked on, like, you got yourself checked? I was like,
What does it matter now?
exactly, yeah. That's what I was thinking about.
Who
My
cares?
My shit is
now.
not weak. That's stupid.
That's
Like
yeah.
that.
That's like
I was
what?
like, I done went.
It's like after you're like, oh yeah, by the way, when was the last time you got tested?
That's
Yeah,
like taking a.
That's like doing it mid-stroke.
Bro, dead ass.
That's like taking a gun and just like, huh? You have any bullets in this gun? Like you would have found out. Trust
Exactly.
me, you would have found out.
I
Like
was like, yeah. I was like, yeah, last month. Which I did, which is crazy. I
Yeah, I
passed.
think.
I've never
But
been
yeah.
checked.
Never been checked.
Never been checked.
I understand.
I never really
Really?
felt like I had the need to get
She
checked.
doesn't need to get checked.
Well, not
I
now.
don't. I
This
don't.
nigga's married.
Yeah,
I
not
don't-
anymore.
I don't sleep around doing nothing, so never really had to get checked.
Wow,
My
isn't
entire
that-
life.
man, that's a beautiful thing.
That's
bro.
a yeah.
That's lit.
To know that my wiener's clean is a good feeling.
I've only been
To
checked
know that my
3
winner's clean.
times.
Oh, I get checked every year with my physical.
Only
I
once
don't
a year?
need to,
You know
but
something? I haven't
Yeah,
been
you're not
to.
here.
well,
Y'all not here.
when I
Fuck
was single, I would do it every 3 to 6 months.
It
I
all
tried
depends
doing
on
it
how
every.
sexually active
Yeah,
you
I would.
are.
I wanted to do it every 3
that makes
months,
sense.
and then my doctor was like, "Are you that sexually
Yeah,
active?"
I
I'm
was
like,
never out
honestly, I don't know. Like, I can go 3 months without sleeping with anyone when I was single, and then next thing I know, in the next 3 months, I sleep with like 2 people. And so it's like I'm like I'd rather just come every 3 months because I
Should've
just
said
don't
that
know.
on camera.
I don't care.
Oh, she don't watch
Nah,
the
it
No,
podcast.
she don't watch this.
That's crazy.
I mean, that's when I was single though. It's just not. I really don't care. But like when I'm in a relationship, I just do it when I get a physical.
Yeah.
Just because it's kind of like I'm like, oh, you're already taking my blood work. Can you just fucking
Yeah.
run everything through?
I
like,
did it last time I went to go
Yeah.
get checked up. And they're like, well, when's the last time? And I was like, it's been a while. They're like, well, we do have your blood and all that stuff. I was like,
Like yeah,
might as
and
well
I'm like,
now.
yeah, you might as well run through it. You're already pulling my blood.
Yeah, I was
Oh
like,
yeah, now I'm not.
So like I
sexually
do it with a
active. Yeah.
physical.
Yeah. Every year.
But no, when I'm single, I try to do it as often as I can.
I actually started doing physicals twice a year. So
I think
3
you're
times a year.
to check if you have a hernia.
A hernia.
Wait, what's the thing you get if you like try to shit and you can't shit?
I gotta get my flu shot. Constipation.
No, it's like if you push too
Are you
hard.
talking about?
Oh, a hemorrhoid.
Yeah.
Hemorrhoid.
Oh,
Hemorrhoid.
no, that's a zit on your ass.
No, that's different. Hemorrhoids are different. But
You're talking about
Yeah, I
a.
think you are.
kidney stone.
You're talking about.
I
no,
think
no,
you are
no.
talking about a hernia.
No, I
You're
think I'm talking
where,
about hernia
like,
then.
Like the same
Yeah.
thing where
It's
you're
hard to get a
trying
hernia
lift
shitting.
like a bench press or whatever, and you do too much, and like you fucking spaz out or whatever. You get that like a vein or whatnot. You get what's that called?
No, I
A
think
hernia
I
is
was,
when your intestine or any of your like tissue, whatever, it like goes past like your cavity. Like for example, like your let's say your small like a piece of your small intestine like goes out, like it starts protruding. Like
it looks like
That-
a
that's
little
what
ball, right?
yeah,
I remember
So
this
yeah,
kid.
it can. So you can get hemorrhoids from shit like if you push like
Yeah,
too hard,
you
you'll
can get
shit
one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're definitely.
Is that a hemorrhoid or a hernia?
Hernia.
That's a hernia.
Hemorrhoid. Hemorrhoid.
Hemorrhoid.
Look
He
up-
said, "Wait, what'd you say? A hemorrhoid was?"
Look up
Hemorrhoids are swollen and inflamed veins in your like
ass.
I thought
Yeah,
it was
in
like
your
a
rectum.
zit. I thought it was
And
like
anus.
zit type things on
So
your
So
ass.
then what's the zit on your butt? Just a dirty
an,
asshole.
an unfortunate circumstance.
Yeah, I was
That
saying,
shit
That's what
hurts.
that is.
You've had one?
That's a booty zit.
Yeah, is it on your ass? You never had
Never-
a pimple on your ass?
Eczema.
No.
Oh,
my son
man,
had
that,
asthma.
that hurts.
I think I remember because you couldn't sit
I feel
down
bad
or
when
Yeah,
kids
something.
get
brother.
that.
He's
What?
only it's on his arms normally, but like it's only like
What?
he's only ever flared up once with eczema.
Oh, I had eczema.
It sucks.
You put lotion.
Oh,
That's
Brian.
it. As long as you're lotioning like regularly, you're fine.
Yeah,
Which,
tell him he has
honestly,
to get a.
I wish that
You should
I
be doing
had
regardless.
lotioned myself. You know, because I never lotion
Lotion
myself. I'm
yourself,
ashy
you
as shit.
ashy motherfucker.
Bro,
I'm
I
ashy as
lather
shit.
myself every day.
Yes, sir.
There's a
Bro.
comedian who like
Mariah
who
be pissing me off.
told
She'll be
me
putting
I
lotion
was
on.
ashy. Like I found out I was ashy
pissed me off.
because a comedian, not like personally, but they had a joke where they're like, yeah, like white people get ashy too. You just don't see that shit.
That's
And
true.
I was
So
like,
pointing shit out and you're like,
"Whoa." I I was like, hold on. I scratched my arm, and I was like, I'm ashy as shit. And I was like,
Y'all don't
damn.
realize it. Yeah.
Yes,
Y'all
I
can
am
get
ashy.
ashy. Y'all don't realize, that's what I'm saying. Y'all don't realize how bad a shape your skin is in until it's like bad.
Yeah.
Like,
And
we
where's-
notice immediately. That's why we just like, when we
Yeah,
cocoa
I
buttered
got-
up from birth.
I got abused into putting lotion on from my stepmom, and
yeah, I got abused.
now I literally put lotion on when I get out the shower every single day.
I used to never put on like lotion.
I hated
and
it.
I would be in junior high, bro. Ashy as a motherfucker, and I would just get
Same.
flamed. And after that, I was like, all right.
Lather.
like,
Yeah, I got
Double
abused.
coat the elbows.
It's an everyday thing for African Americans. I have
Yes.
Yeah.
I haven't put
Every day.
lotion on for 3+
That's
years.
like the routine when you get out the
Three.
shower,
Yeah, I put
bro.
lotion on.
Oh,
As
right.
soon
I
as you
have
get out the
not
shower,
put
nigga,
lotion
just
on
butt
for
ass
3+
naked, nigga.
Fresh out the
years.
shower,
All over your
lather
shit.
up, baby.
You know what's crazy?
I've
I've
never even
upgraded. I'm
thought about
on body butter now.
Ooh,
Body
That's a good one.
That sounds nasty.
I'm on body butter from Bath and Body Works.
That's good stuff.
I just feel gross. I just feel like there's like a layer of nasty.
I
on
feel
me.
even.
You know what's
And,
crazy though?
like,
I can't. What? Well, that's bro. You have to try it. The body butter's good, and you only have to use like
body
a little bit.
margarine.
That just sounds fat. Nah, but like if I don't put lotion on, I put like a sweater on or something. It feels funny on me.
It does.
It feels weird. Yeah, it feels funny on me if I don't have lotion
Like I
on.
need to like rub
You know
into
what's
this.
Yeah.
fucked up is when I was working at a company before, we had work shirts. So I would put a wife beater on and then put the work shirt over, and it was a full long sleeve. In my first day working there with the work shirt on, I put it on, and I was getting to work, and after a bit I was like, fuck, dude, like my neck's itchy. So I started scratching the back of my neck, and get back to work. I'm like, fuck, dude, my neck is itchy. So I started scratching the back of my neck, and then like 10, 15 minutes later, I was like, fuck, I'm itchy everywhere, and I look on my body, dude, and I was just breaking out in hives. I don't know what like
shit sucks.
detergent or whatever they used, but that shit was killing me, dude. I had to take the shirt off. I was like, I gotta take this off. Like
Yeah.
it was around my wrist, around my neck, and on my chest. I was like, I'm dying here.
Gotta
Like
get out of here.
got that shit off, and I was like, yo, do you guys have like another set of shirts or whatever? He's like, you can take them home and like wash them if you like. And I was like, I don't have a choice. I got to, So I took them home, washed them, and never had a problem since then. I would continually wash my own shirts.
Yeah, eczema fucking sucks. Make sure your damn kids are lathered,
Yeah.
and go get
But then
cream.
lotion
Get
all
the
time.
cream
Doesn't
from
matter.
Mexico with steroids in it. That's the only thing that
They
helped
used
me.
to have like eczema scars and all this shit. Now they went away, thank God. They used to be really bad.
Oh, shout out to the dry skin. Anything else this week, guys? I'm fucking tired.
I want to go to Vegas.
I do want to go to Vegas. March Madness for my birthday.
But
Bro,
then I-
quit reading Pokemon.
What day?
Bro, that's like literally
It's in like 3
2
weeks.
weeks. Yeah, 2-3 weeks.
The 14th, I'm finally gonna get my car. Did all that shit.
Your car?
Yeah, the receiver and all that shit.
Ooh.
Backup camera and all that. Get that shit fat, bro. The fucking actual like price that I had to pay, like before, I was gonna do it like a year ago or something like that.
Okay.
It was around like $950, something like that. All things included, installation and all that. And I was like, damn. I was like, that's trash. I'm passing, with the harness and everything. And then, what's it called? I was at work yesterday, and one of my coworkers was like, oh yeah, like we get all that shit fat, like stupidly cheap. And I was like, what? So I went and I looked, and I was like, damn. The receiver I bought alone is $400. I paid $400 for the entire thing, the whole package of harnesses, fucking receiver, a backup camera, and installation. Paid $400.
That's not bad.
I don't think I can beat that.
Brian, you think you can fit this whole microphone in your mouth?
No,
Definitely can.
definitely cannot.
Take the top off and try.
100%. I've done it
Oh,
before.
What?
Yeah.
You fit the whole mic
We
in
did
your
this
mouth?
shit. Yeah, when I had it. Yeah, when we first got these things in, I was like, remember? I was like, that.
Can you fit it in your mouth? Can we have an eating competition? Me and Brian versus Brooke.
And definitely.
What do you want to eat?
We can get
Pick
there.
the food. Pick the food.
This is why I'm not usually on this podcast.
Boneless
The
wings.
abuse I receive.
It's not abuse. It's
Boneless
showing
wings.
your talent. Boneless wings.
Yeah. They're cheap. You can get like 80 of them for like $40.
I'm over this.
And I doubt you guys
I'm
can
not
eat
getting
more
an
than
eating
40.
contest.
Can
Me
we
versus
drink on
Olivia.
this next time?
Yes. We can.
What?
Drinking pot?
Drink alcohol.
We gotta bring like we each gotta have a sidewalk slammer. We gotta have a 4 Loco and a 40.
One of my favorite podcasts to watch is or listen to
I
is
don't like
Drink
the-
Champs.
I don't like the fucking
Y'all watch anyone? Any of y'all
idea of
listen to
that.
Drink
A
Champs?
Four-
No.
I will,
Who's done?
I will
Nor-
never
it's
touch
Nori.
another Four Loko in my life.
Noriega, he's a rapper.
Bro,
Nore.
4
Yeah.
Locos.
Tell
He
you
interviews
what,
like
we can slam it back,
rap
man. I'm with
legends
it.
essentially, and
I'm gonna put some people
Just
on
niggas
with
in
some
the
of the
industry.
beers that we got, man.
I'll go to a brewery. I'll go to I&I, get some of that Jamaica brew.
That's crazy.
And
And they drink while they do it, so like they get fucked up. So
That
like then,
sounds
so then
so
the guests,
fun.
So then the guests like they're divulging shit because they're fucking drunk. It's hilarious.
That sounds fun.
Oh,
Well, we need to bring
The
on
most
like
recent one was Lil
weird
Wayne
guests.
because Lil Wayne had, he dropped a funeral or
Who's
whatever.
gonna be
Yeah.
the first
Nigga,
woman
Lil
on
Wayne's
the
like,
pod?
y'all really drinking. Like,
Oh,
niggas
Rebecca.
is fucked
Never
up.
mind. They already have it. I was gonna say who's gonna be the first woman on the pod, but Rebecca. She
Becca's
wasn't
been
really
on-
on a guest though. First female guest.
She talked about.
We've
Wrestling.
been talking about doing a
Wrestling.
wrestling episode for so long, we never did.
Y'all did.
Yeah, I gave you guys like 30 minutes.
That's a
Yeah.
segment.
Still
I
count.
mean, if you want an episode, go ahead.
We
but
need an episode with Becca.
That's fine.
We could do an episode. But yeah,
And
Hey,
Zay, we're gonna
like,
bring Zay
I
in for
wanna
the
do-
Attitude Era.
I want to do live streams
We gotta
of
do-
like a fight or something.
We gotta bring.
But I just don't think that legally we're allowed to.
What fight
We're
reactions?
definitely not.
No, we could do our reactions. We can't put the screen on the
Yeah.
fight.
But like,
That's what people do.
then people are gonna have to have their own thing on. I don't think
We should
anyone
have
would watch
Zay's
it.
mom
I ain't gonna lie to you.
on
They're
as our
popular.
first
People do it.
female
People watch them.
guest.
They're very popular, especially wrestling ones.
Yeah,
What'd he
maybe
say?
next
You
year.
shut your whore mouth,
What'd he say?
Brian.
What'd he say?
He said, "My mom should be the first female guest on the podcast. You shut
Let's do
your
it.
fucking mouth."
Yeah,
That's
bring
not
your
an
mother.
insult.
Yeah, I like that.
Thank you.
Let's do it.
I thought that was
Oh,
his
oh,
intentions are
Isaiah's mom.
disgusting.
My
Oh, I
intentions
thought
are
we
just.
were
didn't
talking
say
about
we're gonna
Brian's
bring
mom.
her
I was
on
like, let's
the-
do it. Yeah.
Like nasty episode or nothing.
Oh yeah,
Just
let's
that,
get
bro.
Brian.
What
Let's get
episode do we have is clean?
Well,
Wait, what's
be cleaner.
what's your mom's first name?
Don't worry about it.
Wendy.
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 Are you booing your mother?
I muted all you motherfuckers.
I don't deserve to be muted.
All right, first off,
I should mute you, if I don't know which one's yours.
It's the first
It's
one.
first one.
Oh, bitch.
Yeah,
I'm
stupid.
mute.
Mute.
I'm not bringing my mom on here.
We're
why
bringing.
not?
We're having an episode.
We'll
Bro,
have questions.
speaking of moms, I probably shouldn't bring this up, but I was watching Flagrant 2, and Andrew Schultz was talking about his mom.
What do you say?
And
You know what I'm
she
talking
was,
about?
Just gross.
Nah, he was
as-
saying his mom was hot.
No,
he was like,
no. I'm saying that's
what he
gross.
was saying?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
And, then she, and
bro.
then she asked, "Hey, what about dad? Big dick?" And she was like, "Yeah." And I was like,
yeah,
"Oh,
bro.
yeah."
So basically, he was like looking at pictures like of his parents when they were younger, and he
And
was like, bro,
somebody
he
else
was
said
like,
it.
my mom, fucking dime. This is him. He's like, mom's a fucking dime, and bro, just know, he's like, my mom had the jugs, but then after she had me. She had the juggernauts, bro. She had the heavy jugs.
Oh, that's fucking gross.
I was crying.
That's nasty,
He was like, she had the jugger, yes, bro. Not the juggernauts, the jugger, yes, bro. And I was like, bro, that's your mom.
That is your mother,
And then
sir.
he
He
started-
called her.
He called her and he was like, Mom. He was like, what did he say? Something about like you had the juggernauts. She was like, oh yeah, like I had big breasts after I had you and blah blah. And she was like, what about dad? And she was like, oh yeah, dad. She's like, dad was handsome looking too. All that. She's like, well, did dad have? She was like, yeah, dad was packing.
Yeah.
He was like, dad had the root. She was like, dad for sure had a big root.
All that.
That's funny.
Always back
Would-
up your man.
Hey, would you ever ask your parents that?
No, but I have a different
Hell no.
relationship with my parents.
Yeah.
than he probably does clearly. So
Caucasian.
Far different relationship.
That answers all.
I'm not here talking to my mom about my dad's penis. It's not a conversation we're having.
The
No.
last goddamn thing I need to know.
The juggernauts, bro. The
Not gonna lie, I
juggernauts.
seen my dad's dick the other day.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
His face.
Yeah.
Look at his face.
I was just walking, and then like
Where?
I went to go say like.
I'm sorry.
goodnight.
Wait.
Where?
I was just walking like your dad's at the park. Just, hey, Brian. Why me see
I didn't see you there.
I was at the grocery store. Next thing I look at the meat department. My dad was
No, I was walking
Sausage.
into his room to say goodnight, and then he was walking from the bathroom. It's just walks around the corner, just meat slapping. I was like,
Wait, what? Ball ass naked?
well, he had a T-shirt on, but just
Wait.
Yeah.
Your dad was walking around with just a t-shirt on?
yeah,
Like a damn female?
just the whole shit out. Yeah, I was like, because I was saying goodnight. I was like, and then all of a sudden I was like, well, there it is.
Honestly, that's the more interesting
Now
part
I
of
know
this
why
whole
you
scenario.
never had sleepovers. Nigga, your dad was out here cooking eggs in a big tea with the dick swinging.
Hey,
Never.
Brian, you want some eggs? You want some eggs?
Y'all kids want some eggs? No.
I know that's the last time Brian goes say goodnight.
I'm like, hey, good night.
God damn it, Dad.
Have y'all ever heard your parents fucking?
No.
Once.
You haven't?
No.
Once.
Thank God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
I like.
have.
I got back from a party and I was
Your which parents?
Both, actually. Both of them.
How?
Well, not together, obviously.
You heard-
The
No,
fuck?
that's what I'm saying. I'm saying.
You heard
'cause-
Wendy
So
screeching?
you saw. So you saw.
You
You
shut
heard.
your fucking
Did you
mouth,
hear?
Brian.
Did you hear Wendy and your stepdad, and then your dad
Yeah, and
and
then
your
my dad
stepmom?
was someone. Yeah, so like,
Oh
both of
wow,
them.
both. I'm sorry.
Sad time.
Yeah.
At the same time.
Is your mom loud?
No, not at the,
I was like, they
fuck
doing
up, Brooke.
I was like, damn, they like that.
It's a question.
No, not at the same time. We did all live together. but
No,
it
there
like
wasn't.
that.
Okay, I was gonna say the same
I
thing
said
about your
the s-
dad.
I
Like,
said
and
the
you felt
same
like,
thing. I
Were
said-
they loud? Is that why you
I
heard?
said the same
or were you
thing.
just like right there?
No, I was like, was your mom
Well, like,
screeching?
I don't mean
No,
in a
fuck up.
disrespectful way.
Well, like like where we lived, the
walls
rooms
were- So I'm
weren't
trying to
far
think, you're-
apart.
the walls were thin.
from which is this the
You-
place that
you
you
know
the last
how,
place
like-
that you lived with your dad?
No, this is
That's what
before
I'm
that.
thinking.
It
I'm
was
like,
before
it's-
that.
Oh,
So like it was like my room and then like a short hallway and then like my parents' room.
is it kind of like where Sandra room is and Junior's room?
Basically,
far?
but instead of the rooms being next to each other like this, they were across from each other.
Oh.
So like my door was open.
What do you mean open? Your door?
Like yeah, my door was open. And then their door was closed, but I still heard them.
That's when you
This is
just,
your-
you
this is your
just
dad and
close
your-
the door.
This
and
is
you
your
put some
dad and your
headphones on.
stepmom.
Yeah.
yeah, I closed my
sorry.
door. I closed
Yeah,
my door.
close
What
the
did- what
door,
did you
put the-
hear?
Put some headphones on.
Let's relive this moment.
I heard.
I for sure heard yeah.
So
I heard,
y'all heard the smacking.
I heard the
heard
smacking
smack. Yeah.
in the backboard.
And
I heard the backboard.
Yeah, I heard smacking.
Yeah,
I
I heard
was
the
like,
backboard.
The headboard.
I heard
The
one-
headboard.
You
the
heard the
backboard.
headboard? Damn, that's
Yeah,
a sad
I heard that.
part. That's
I
a
heard
sad
that.
time.
That
I heard
man
the
was
headboard.
in there. I just heard it one, and I was like, I gotta go.
Is that what you heard too, Junior?
Just smacking. Just smacking.
Smacking.
I was like,
I don't want to really.
yeah. I was like, at least my parents are still getting after
Rebecca
it.
laughed her ass off.
Oh, this was recent.
That's not too long ago. My parents are young people.
No, for a fact. That's funny.
Yes,
Um,
yes.
Sad
He
time.
said
It was
Becca
just-
was laughing.
If it was,
You know what's funny? I heard Rebecca's parents having sex.
really?
Yeah, when we were living there, or whatever. Freaking,
I would have teased Becca.
bro. You
We should do the
I was
same.
like, hey, shh, listen. I was like, let's go.
Hey, shh.
let's try.
I think a Junior was the biggest fan.
Let's try to beat him.
Now, but you know what the funniest thing about it is?
You've never heard your parents?
No.
That's
Thank God.
wild. I think.
Think about where our rooms are. I'm sure they've heard me.
But see, no, but look, like you know how your rooms are?
Yeah.
That's how my room was when I was living at my dad's. But it was closer. So our rooms were across, but the hallway is shorter.
But we have a whole living room separated.
So
Yeah,
Shal
we didn't
here.
have that. We had like a linen closet, and that was it.
oh,
It was
So
just
Shal
short.
just hears you
that makes
beat
sense.
all the time.
Honestly, he
Shawl.
deserves that for taking money from your wallet. He deserves to hear
Deserves
you
it.
have coitus.
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 Never heard that word.
It means sex. Coitus.
It's
Yeah, bro.
It's a very high.
I think if I ever have kids, I'm gonna make sure they hear me once.
of course.
I feel like we all gotta live through it.
This is what your dad. This is how you were. Created.
I hope
You're
they're
gonna set
older.
up a whole PA system.
I
like
mean,
a
I'm not gonna run it through the whole.
Surround sound,
Sound,
baby.
right. Sonos
Run it through the
setup.
whole house.
I'm having Junior with this podcast. It's like, Junior, can you set up some speakers and microphones?
Bro, I wish I had a belly so I can just lay it right here, and then it can just.
Like that.
You don't have a belly like that. Like your belly's like it's not round. It's like flat.
wide.
Appreciate it, guys. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yay. I'm not
There.
there yet.
Are you're in the camp again, huh? Are you on kale shit again?
I'm not on the camp. I'm not part
Oh, so you're not gonna throw up hot dogs and Hennessy again?
No, I'm just eating better.
Oh, okay. Good job. I'm proud of you.
Hot dogs and kale.
That was disgusting. Do you remember that?
I do.
That was the worst smell I've ever smelled in my entire life.
People who do keto. Weird.
What is keto? Is that you don't eat something?
Keto, yeah, no carbs. So it's just protein. No carbs and no sugar. So, yeah, you're just
Nothing good.
eating meat.
Yeah.
So the
Meat
carnivore
and, like,
diet?
No,
did you hear
but
about Joe
carnivore is
Rogan?
Strictly meat. Yeah.
In his
no,
carnivore
vegetables,
diet?
vegetables. Yeah, it's
Oh.
just vegetables and meat. That's all it is.
Joe Rogan
Joe
did
Rogan's
the
talked to a lot of people on his podcast. He's had a lot of like brilliant minds and people with like PhDs and whatnot who study diets and whatnot.
You should not do keto
And he still doesn't know which diet is the best diet.
because there's pros and cons to all of them.
Every single one.
well, he did the carnivore diet and he lost like 12 pounds.
But losing
but he
weight
said-
doesn't equate to health.
No, he just said like he did it for a month, and so he said he lost 12 pounds. He gained I think half of it back in muscle. But he said, I think he said for the first 2 weeks, flaming diarrhea because his body wasn't used to all the meat.
Yeah,
Like, that's
bro.
all he
if I
ate
do
was just
keto,
meat.
I'll drop weight, but as soon as I eat carbs again, that shit's going. It's gonna come right back.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I'm thinking about the camp's diet was mostly vegetables. It was
The camp's diet was Auschwitz.
It was.
Dude, you couldn't have anything.
You couldn't.
And I felt so bad for you to where I started eating double for you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Didn't affect me,
I'm
but.
never doing that again. But this is
Well, doesn't it? It messes up with. I heard it messes your stomach up and stuff. That's what some people said. Like after they got off, like it just their stomach was just destroyed.
I remember. So after the camp, right? So after I like lost weight, whatever the case was, after I was done with the meal, I was supposed to just like I was supposed to start eating like somewhat better. But then I remember I had McDonald's like literally the day after it ended. When I tell you that was to this day the worst shit I've ever had in my life.
Like,
McDonald's is not
And
good
I
for
didn't
you.
have crazy. I probably had like a McDouble, some fries, and that's it. Like that's it. That probably 2 McDoubles because the McPick or whatever. So I got 2 McDoubles and some fries.
Ooh, the pick 2?
Yeah.
Pick 2 for 5?
Yeah.
Ooh, that thing was
Those
fat.
Pick 2 for like 3.
no, for 2.
Oh, the
pick 2 for
I
3.
did the
It's
2
the
for 5.
McChicken and the
Pick 2 for
McDouble
3.
is 2 for
2
3.
for 5 recently, and it was like
2 for 5
10
is like
piece
2 Big
chicken
Macs or
nuggets.
whatever.
Yeah, Big Mac
get-
or a quarter pounder.
Yeah, so you can get like a Big Mac and a quarter pounder for $5.
Yep. I do-
Anyway, I haven't
do
had none of
Big
that shit in a long time.
quarter pounder and 10 piece nuggets.
I haven't had McDonald's in a long time, but
I had their
in that period,
breakfast.
but that shit that I had, bro, oh my pain, just pain.
Nothing but pure.
I need water.
Hey, you
I'm
know
about
what
to
the
fucking-
worst
I'm
shit is?
dehydrated.
You know what the worst shit is? Try having a 6-pack of Miller High Life and Tommy's.
Oh God.
That'll run through you like water.
You said Miller High Life and Tommy's?
Yeah, have a 6-pack of High Life and some Tommy's.
Guy Jones. Can
That
you
shit
put
is
me up, please?
laxative.
I said please. I appreciate you. Oh man. Yeah. The diet.
Dre just asked.
Yeah,
He was like,
is
"Do you
Zoe most
do you think Zoe is most improved player candidate?" I said no.
No.
I said no.
B.I.
Yeah.
B.I.
B.
for
He's gonna
sure.
get it.
You think he's gonna
BI
get it?
indefinitely.
Yeah, he'll probably get it for
I thought
sure.
it was gonna be him or Kelly Oubre, but now he got hurt. So
I wanted Kelly Oubre until he got hurt.
no.
What do you say?
No.
Devontae only had like a short stretch.
Yeah, he only had like a cool little couple games.
What are you? Y'all niggas watch basketball?
Yeah, it's my favorite sport. I like the way they dribble up and down the court.
Did you get more water?
I'm doing it right now.
Brandon Ingram.
So your butt. Paul George is averaging 21 points a game. I'm looking for it. God, dude, always fucking yelling. It's not Africa. You can't just yell at me. Tell me what to do.
Can't
I'm
just
a
blow
fucking
darts on
servant.
People's necks.
Devontae Graham is averaging 17 points a game. I can't click on his name.
17 points a game.
Jigaboo.
So he.
Oh my God! Somebody suck his dick.
A lot of people have done that before. Next.
What it do, baby?
Who's gone for the G League to 17 points in the league the next year?
The next year.
I'll wait.
James White, Alonzo Trier.
Didn't Pascal Siakam?
No, he never went to the G League.
Hmm.
No, it was Alonzo Trier when he went to the fucking Knicks.
Yeah, I know Alonzo Trier.
Average 17 points per game.
For a stint, for the rest of the stint, he was playing.
Look up Alonzo Trier's stats.
Now he doesn't play.
He doesn't play anymore.
Oh no, I'm saying when he from that season. I don't think he averaged 17 for the whole season.
So Devontae Graham's averaging 17 points, 3.5 rebounds, 7.5 assists. He's having actually a very solid season.
Look at the team he's on. She has no point.
He has a little better stats than Terry Rozier.
But
Let's
for most
let's see Lonzo's
But
stats.
compared
that
to
asshole.
everyone else, that's actually gotten a lot better.
Lonzo's averaging 11, 6, and 7.
No.
He probably won't get it.
Bi averaged 18 points.
BI's averaging 25,
Huh?
6, and 4. What?
What?
So you said he went from 18 to 25,
Yeah.
from 0 to 17.
18 to 25 from 0 to 17.
18 to 25. Thank you.
Who did I pick actually?
Or Kelly Oubre for sure was over him.
Kelly Oubre what?
For most
For
improved.
Most improved.
I know. I'm so sad. Oh, my predictions was either Lonzo Ball or De'Aaron Fox for most improved.
A 17 point per game starter. That's ridiculous. Like that doesn't happen ever.
Your most improved pick was Shy.
Shea Gilgeous?
Yeah.
Who was mine?
I don't know. You didn't send me your list, whore.
Shea is doing really good. I'm proud of him.
Bro, OKC up to the 5 seed?
Bro,
I love that.
Shea and Chris Paul.
Whoa.
And Gallo and the whole team.
Shay's averaging 19. He might. I think it's. I think right now for most improved, it's going to be between Shea and Bi. But I think Bi is going to take it only because he's averaging more points.
Devontae Graham is on Charlotte. That's why he won't even get the recognition.
Yeah, because he's on Charlotte. Old racist ass Bobcats.
The Hornets.
Bro, Memphis really might make the fucking playoffs.
No, they're slipping, bro. A lot of players are starting to get hurt.
I want the Pelicans to make it.
Sam.
Because then they'll play Zion versus LeBron in the fucking first round.
That's a sweep.
Sweep.
It is a sweep, but I don't like how it would be Zion versus LeBron.
It's an album mug.
So what? Oh.
It's Brandon Ingram.
Whose team is that?
Brandon Ingram's team.
Whose team is that? The Pelicans.
Brandon Ingram's team
It's Brandon Ingram's team.
For this year. What about next year?
for the future.
Zion's team.
Yeah,
It's Brandon Ingram's team for the entire.
Bro, Zion
They need-
is.
first of all, they need to start running the offense through Zion.
They need to start
Through
running,
Zion?
They need to keep the offense running through Brandon Ingram. That's what they got to do. They need to fire Alvin Gentry to reimagine the offense and get somebody else in there to actually
Fire
organize.
Alvin. Thank you for saying that. Thank you, Jesus.
I don't like Alvin.
I've been waiting for y'all to say this. I had a whole segment.
Hey,
the last
this
time I was
nigga
on.
Zion.
How anyone
hold
could
on.
let him coach this many games and be okay with mediocrity for this long?
That's always been him, though.
That's crazy to me.
So, this nigga Zion is averaging 23 points, 7 rebounds, and 2 assists.
His substitutions just amaze me.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna attack him as an actual coach. I think he's a solid coach. He's a substitution.
Very solid coach.
His
Substitution
rotation work is
his
just
rotations
bad.
are just like awful. It's like, bro, like if he could make someone else in charge of that, then their team would be very good. But the fact that I want him to be fired solely because of that.
He was Luke Walton with the.
Because I've never seen a team start going on a run. He takes everyone out, puts in Brandon Ingram, and runs 3 ISO plays in a row. I'm just like, this happens often. I'm like, I've never seen some shit this.
Is
bad.
that running 3 ISO plays, or is that just BI saying I'm running ISO?
It's Alvin Gentry running an ISO for Brandon Ingram because they isolate him on one side of the court. The niggas give him the ball
And move?
and then get the fuck. They stack on the opposite side of the court and they just let this nigga shoot a pull up jumper that he misses and then they get the rebound and then their lead, not their lead. I'm sorry, their run just ends and then the other team goes on a run. And then
Hey, I'm not going to lie. New Orleans low-key has a little squad.
They do.
Like, I just looked through it right now. Like, they got a good little team together.
Derek Favors
He's averaging 10 and 10, basically.
Derek Favors is one of the worst post defenders I've seen in a long time. Niggas just get buckets on this nigga, bro.
He's never been strong defensively, though.
But no, he was better. He was better.
but he's never been
I don't
known
know
for his defense.
Yeah, but I don't know what's going on, bro. Like they put him in the game and it's a wrap.
Is he right?
But then again, it's just like who's really playing good? Who's on there? Is that Melly? Nicolo Melli? Is that the name of the? He's playing.
He's been balling.
As of recent, he's been balling. So like, I think they should give him more time.
You know who really disappointed me? Wow, that's surprising. De'Aaron Fox is averaging 20 and 7.
That surprised you?
It's because his team.
Well,
is
yeah, because I thought he was
god-awful.
playing like shit this year.
De'Aaron
No,
Fox really in his bag.
you can. How do you say this? You cannot play efficiently, but just put up points on a shitty team. If no one like.
Yeah, true. So let's look at the standings real quick since I'm already in here. So on the East, the first team who's already clinched a playoff berth is Milwaukee. Second seed is Toronto, which is very surprising. 3 is Boston. 4 is Miami. 5 is Philadelphia. 6 is Indiana. 7 is Brooklyn. 8 is Orlando. On the West, we have the Lakers at 1, Denver at 2, Clippers at 3, Houston at 4, OKC, which is very surprising, at 5. Utah at 6, Brian's favorite team. At 7, Dallas, and at 8, Memphis.
I'll give you the Raptors. Raptors looking very solid.
They're coming out of the East. It's not even fair.
Wait, what?
I didn't stutter.
They're winning the East this year?
Yes.
All right.
Ooh, why?
Back to back?
Why? I like to hear this.
We're the only team that can slow down Giannis.
And he beat y'all the other night. And
We didn't have Marc Gasol, who was like literally the X factor in stopping him.
Last year, yeah.
you're right.
Because when you can funnel him into Marc Gasol and Ibaka,
It's hard for him to
there's
score.
nothing, there's nothing you can do.
I will say Chris
I'll
Middleton.
let
Chris
Pat
Middleton.
Connaughton beat us. Like let him beat us.
But I think Chris Middleton is
DiVincenzo.
gonna take a big step this year if you guys meet.
It doesn't
in the
matter. We
finals.
have Pascal on him. We'll be fine.
Pascal.
You think Pascal can hold Middleton?
Yes.
Pascal.
And
So then what?
And
So
then
it's gonna
our
be a
bench
battle?
is better than it was last year.
So it's gonna be a battle
Boucher
of
is
Kyle.
hooping, bro. Like our whole
It's
team
gonna
is
be
fucking
Kyle
hooping.
Lowry versus what?
Eric Bledsoe.
Eric Bledsoe. Is that gonna be the little meatball battle?
It is.
Battle of the meats.
Yep. Big meaty men slapping meat.
So you think
Big meaty
you
men
think
slapping meat.
do you have no faith in Miami or Boston?
What, making
No.
it out the East?
No, I don't. Both very
Honestly,
good teams.
I
Giannis
have-
is going to drop 40 on all of them. I'm saying that's what I'm saying. At the end of the day, all right. At the end of the day, you have to go through Milwaukee to get to the
Yeah.
championship. As far as the East goes,
Yeah.
And I think Giannis is just gonna not even Giannis. The Bucks. The Bucks are going to spank every single team. The 76ers literally were the only team that had a chance, but Al Horford is playing like a shell of himself. That's why the only reason why they got him. The only reason why they got Al Horford is to stop Giannis, and clearly he's not.
He's
a
not
non-factor.
himself. Yeah, he's not himself.
So
right now.
that's what I'm saying. Like, there's no hope for any of y'all niggas. Raptors, I think by default, are gonna be able to,
Raptors in 6.
and because they're deep, bro. They're deep as shit.
The Raptors are deep. Anunoby's playing great too.
He's finally playing up to.
I don't know. I'd like Miami. I think
Oh, no, they're-
I think Miami. I think
Miami is the dark
behind
horse.
Toronto, Miami has the best shot.
I agree.
I have no faith in
I
Boston.
think it goes Milwaukee, Toronto, Miami, and then I'll put Boston because now Boston's on the rise though. So,
yeah. So I'll put Boston.
Miami,
I
then
would honestly
Boston.
I would take Indiana over Philly.
No, I'm not gonna disrespect Embiid and Ben Simmons that much.
I don't know.
But-
My thing is this. Someone made up a good point. Embiid will make one good play
Oh,
and
look,
then
this
have
is
and then
literally
have
how-
3 turnovers.
Look, this is literally the standings. This is literally how it.
No, that's what I'm looking at.
No, I'm saying like this is literally how I would rank them. Except I'd probably switch.
I would put
for
Miami and Boston, yeah. But I've seen someone brought up a point about Embiid, like he'll make a good play, but then he'll like kind of check out and make like 2 bonehead turnovers after that.
Yeah.
And it's like come playoff time, you can't do that. You need to make a good play, and then another good. Like you can't make one good play and then have 2 bonehead turnovers like that.
That's how it be.
The West, I think it's Lakers. The Lakers or the Clippers to lose.
Definitely.
There's no other choice.
Go Lakers.
Tatum and Bi never had terrible season averages. The difference between this year and last year is they both-
That's a real triple single.
Is that when you're talking about Lonzo?
Draymond.
Oh, Draymond.
Oh, remember when he said that about Lonzo?
That was the first time he said it. I died.
He was like, "Oh yeah, he got a triple single."
He
Okay,
said, he's talking about Draymond. He's like, he had his normal triple single. He's talking all that mess when he had his other boys with him. But now I was just like, damn.
It's true though.
His triple single.
Well,
This nigga has 7 points, 9 assists, 8 rebounds.
all right.
Malcolm really said Jason Tatum. That's weird.
Nah.
And Dejounte,
For what?
most improved.
You know what, bro? Jason Tatum, honestly, I mean,
Someone said Siakam again.
Wasn't he All Star? No.
No.
Sorry, it's first time All Star. But
Siakam, back-to-back most improved player.
Siakam. He just keeps.
I think he
getting
has the
better.
best chance
He just keeps getting better.
because he honestly got better from last year.
Zach LaVine. Just give it to
Nah.
him.
I think who I think is going to win.
For most improved, do they factor in teams' records?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
That's why I said Devontae Graham should get it, but he won't.
He won't.
He
Like,
definitely will not.
with
not
his
get
team
that.
record. But like
So then
he
Zach
should,
LaVine won't get it
because he's
either.
literally a Cinderella story. This nigga came from the fucking G League and started averaging 17 fucking points as a starter.
Okay. So, who are you taking most improved then?
Probably Bi. I think Bi's gonna win it.
But his record doesn't show. Like,
Well, they're
They're
fighting.
they're in the playoff contention.
Yeah, they're
That's
fighting
better than
still.
not being in it.
okay,
I'm like, what is it? Charlotte has like what, 21 wins?
if that.
23.
Charlotte has 20.
20 wins.
They're the 10th seed.
Oh, they're in contention then, technically.
Yeah,
Technically,
Washington.
because
Yeah, they're
the
six- they're
Pelicans
6
are 10
games
too.
back. Orlando is. I know, but it's different.
Because it's the East.
Yeah,
Oh.
because they're both the 10th seed, but the Pelicans are only 3 games back. Pelicans are 3 games back.
Swallow.
Charlotte is 6.
6 games back,
Yeah,
I mean,
and they only have 20 wins.
yeah. The eighth seed in the East is Orlando. They're 26 and 32. So they're not even 500. You don't hit a 5, bro. The 7th seed 26 and 31. And then we have Indiana. So Indiana's 6th seed, they have 35 and 24. So they're like 11 games.
That's such a jump.
There's 11 games from the 6th to the 7th. I'm saying the East is still top heavy. Like it's not.
well, now it's
now it's
now
not-
it's
now
down to
it's
6.
now it's
Last
down to
year,
6.
last year
Now
was
it's not
5.
the top 3. Like no, last year was like
last
the
year
top
was
4.
No, because last year
Top
the
4.
the
It was
no,
Milwaukee,
no, no.
Toronto, Boston, Philly. That's
But
it.
the Nets ended last year at 500. They were the 5 seed.
yeah,
They
they-
ended at 500,
They did.
That's crazy.
And they were the 5.
and they were the 5 seed. So that's what I'm saying. Like last year, they at least had. Well, they had 4 teams over 500, 5 teams at least 500.
500 isn't contention.
It shouldn't be, but
No, it's not. I'm saying like that's what I'm saying. But last year it was Milwaukee, Toronto, Boston, Philly.
oh no, I was
So
just
it's
saying.
4.
I was saying teams with like at least a 500 or winning record. They had 5 this year. Now they have 6. They're
Yeah,
a little better
they're
now
getting up. Getting there.
because the addition.
That's crazy, bro. How the 7th and 8th seed are not above 500 in the fucking Eastern Conference. That's
Bro,
ridiculous.
they
Like in
are
the West,
whole-
it's
But the
only
thing is,
in the West it's only the 8th seed because Memphis is 28 and 30, but that's only 2 games. Like
Yeah, but I mean, if you put Memphis and the Pelicans and Portland on the East, they're in the playoff. Like if you put the Pelicans on the East, which I think controversially they should be in the East.
Pelicans are 25 and 33.
They
So
would-
they would be the 9th seed, but they'd be 1 game out. So they'd probably end
They'd-
up sneaking in.
Yeah, they'd probably sneak into the playoffs on the East.
So that's what's crazy, like, bro. In the
Portland would definitely be in the playoffs if they were in the East.
Dallas is the 7th seed, right in the West. They're 36 and 23. So if they were on the East,
They're what,
wait,
6?
so 36 and 23, they'd be the 6th seed. They'd be the 6th seed. They'd be half a game from Philly for the 5th seed.
Yeah.
That like
That's wild,
bro. The
yeah.
West is still gonna be better. Like it's just not.
Hey, go West. Dang it, out West.
Yep. Anything else for this week? My scrumptiously thick gentleman.
Don't give him a hood.
Are you trying to make me a conehead?
It was
trying to make you a clan member.
He was
Yesterday, I
the
thought
booty
about
was
buying a set of sunglasses for $150.
And you said no.
Rebecca said no,
Understood.
but they
This-
were a special set of sunglasses
Or the
For a special
side.
set of people.
because they were Bose sunglasses.
Oh, those.
I'm gonna tell you right now. This is why you listen to the wife.
Always
Don't
listen
spend
to
that
the
much
wife.
money on
Tell
some
me that ain't
goddamn
fat, bro.
It,
They
I mean,
literally have speakers built into them.
It's cool.
Hey, that's
not
hard.
need-
It
You
is
don't
hard.
need it.
You don't
Clean.
need it.
It
Don't-
says Bose on the side, bro. That's clean,
Says
But you
bro.
don't
Bose on
need
the
it.
fucking
Look at
side.
my outfit right now.
I mean, you
Think
can
about
use
how
it.
much harder I'd be flexing right now if I had that Bose sunglasses.
Honestly,
Not
you,
that
you
much
look
harder.
like a funeral director.
Yeah, thank you. I was just gonna say that shit. You look like a straight up funeral
Just because
director.
they're black,
You would look like a funeral
these
director.
don't look clean. y'all.
Especially, you do look clean. I'm not saying that.
But if you
like,
had the
with
bows,
glasses,
you'd look like a
Should I
funeral
switch
director.
it to the
Sure
white?
look like a funeral
Should I
director.
switch it to the white?
What? No,
No.
you're dressed fine.
No, you're fine.
The
I feel like
glasses
I'm
would have
too
took
dark.
it to
I
funeral
feel
director.
like it's black on black and
Like,
a black tie.
Just say
It's dark
if you
gray,
wore
it's not
some,
black.
just know if you wore some Ray Bans right now, people will think you're going to a fucking Cholo funeral, bro.
Admittedly, they're not Ray-Bans, they're Bose. But
Underneath that button up, there's like the Stewie Griffin
Stewie Griffin Cholo shirt, the big ass one,
gonna talk
with the air paint.
chains and the
Yeah.
Are you talking about them? Those if you see the cops Warner Brothers shirts.
Yes.
Yeah, and then he has like the SpongeBob shirt. Oh my god.
It's either that
Nuts
or
are
a pro
sweaty.
club right under there.
For sure, Pro Club with some Dickies, freshly creased,
You listen here, fool.
Creased.
I won't
freshly
have you fucking-
squeezed.
I won't have you talking about my rasta like that, fool.
Talking about my raza like that though.
That's fucked up, dog.
Melvadio. All right, y'all. That is it for this fantastic week of, well, the last day of February. Second to last day of February.
Let's say, yeah,
We get an extra day this year.
tomorrow's Pozo's birthday.
Yeah.
Official.
First time in 4 years.
His actual birthday.
Oh, that's why they're
Yeah.
trying to do something.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I'm doing
Thank you for
something.
reminding me.
I was
Yeah.
already going.
You going to LA?
Yeah.
Good job. All right. Well, maybe I'll see you. Maybe I won't. Hopefully.
Yeah, we'll see. Hopefully if I get off in time,
We're
we'll
going
see.
to a cannabis cafe.
What the fuck?
Yeah. It's gonna be cool.
I don't know if I
What it do,
To let y'all
baby?
know that the Apple AirPods Pros have restocked at Best Buy, so y'all can stop fucking asking. Tired of it.
You got any set discounts on? I mean, I
Apple, nah.
Yeah, no one has discounts like Apple products.
I have discounts on Apple products. You're so fucked. Shouts out Sammy Deeb.